Play the music, I wanna hear it. Watch it like not play the music. Wait, it's starting. It's very quiet at first. But it's a bop. It's a bop. I too am a gay game. I'm a gay game. You have so many bottles on the ground behind you. Why you have so many bottles? Why do you do that, Jag? I say as I like always have like a whole bunch of cans in my room from like that like sparkling water I drink. Can we just like this was me setting up for stream. I was like, this is bopping. Like, this is good. This game looks fun. It's on sale. It's on sale. It's like 10 bucks right now. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was because I've been watching this game. Like, I've been following the developers on Twitter like since they like started working on it. This is a remake of an old game actually. But I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped. It's gonna be good. That music slaps. It's so good. Like, I guess we're actually gonna start. When I was like setting this up in OBS, I kept like exiting on this screen because I was like, I can't start yet. But we can actually start. But also all the characters are really cute. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Me, I'm gonna save money. Ames, it's on sale. Me, grab them all. Oh well. You should probably wait until we like start playing it, and then like if you think you would like it, you can buy it. I'm not sponsored by this game. I'm not. However, it's like an indie game, and I'm really into visual novels and stuff. So this could, you know, if it goes well, it could be like Arcade Spirits, and I know a lot of y'all got that game because you watched me stream it. So, you know. I like the art style, and who am I not to play a visual novel? Fair. Sounds gay, I'm in. Trying to sort out the end of my student loan, then they refused to let me pay it and said I'd have to overpay. Manny, I swear you've talked to us about this before, and I just like don't understand. You can't. But what if the sale ends by then? I don't know. I swear like the sale is like, I feel like it's normally like $12. But like, hey, if you like, sometimes you gotta save that $2. But the sale ends on Monday. We'll probably be done with the game by Monday. We'll probably be done by the game. But I mean, if y'all wanna buy it, whatever. Like, hey. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, I bought it because I was like, I need this game. My first name is Ames. I hope it's not like tell us your last name, because then it's gonna be call me. Which is always fun. And I know we could play as like Mirage Apex Legends, but I feel like that's like something that you do for your second playthrough. Because that's what I did for Arcade Spirits. The first one was me, and the second playthrough was Mirage. That's how I play games. So like, if this goes well, maybe we'll do a second playthrough as Mirage. Let's see, I'm Ames. Now your surname. How dare you ask me this? How dare you ask me my surname? Call me. That is my last name. Call me. They're gonna freaking reference me as like Mix Call Me or something. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? When I would like play as like a self-sim in The Sims, my name would be like Amy Ames. But people would yell at me about that because they're like, your name is Amy, and I'm just like, boy, do I have news for you. So, surname is second place Apex champ. Ames, Ames, Ames. Second place Apex champ. I don't, like, would that fit? Why can it be that long? Why can my surname be that long? Why can it have so many spaces? I swear this is gonna break the game. Like, they'll try and, like, say my last name and it'll, like, go, like, past the dialogue boxes. Make second place Apex champ. Should this be my last name? I have a feeling y'all want this to be my last name. Is this what y'all want? I don't care either way. Is this what you want? I'm not gonna run a poll because I'm lazy. Just abbreviate it if anything. I mean, it's telling me that my name can be this long. Like, that's a them problem, not my problem. Like, if they didn't want my last name to be that long, they shouldn't have given me the option. Oh, I should probably also be recording less. Heck. Well, I guess I'll start that now. There we go. Whoops! Does it go infinitely? No. No! Oh my god. I'm gonna crash the game. Why can it be that long? Imagine if you just accidentally agreed. I would die. Well, okay, if your last name can be that long, there is nothing wrong with my last name being second place Apex champ. And you know, I'm still riding the high from that. It was only a couple days ago. So, and this way, anyone who is new who comes into the stream, they'll know that I am the second place Apex champ, you know. It went past the box. You know, out of all the, like, parts of this game that I thought we'd spend time on at the beginning, I didn't think that it would be, this one, where it's just like, what's your name? But we're gonna be second place Apex champ because I'm invested now. I have no other option, so... Yeah, let's choose my pronouns. Let's go. I knew this was in the game, but still. Your brain cell is very smart. Very smart. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Can I choose what I look like, or is that not a thing? I don't think it's gonna be a thing. This is pretty. I'm excited. Oh. I'm also scared, but I'm excited. Oh god, do we have to read? Oh no. Why am I surprised that I would have to read? It's a visual novel. So why am I surprised? Well, Department of Enforcement Office of the Lieutenant General. You have been selected for immediate transfer and are authorized to report to the enforcement headquarters in Lunaris, Askria? Please find your mission information, all other relevant documents enclosed. Once the information has been digested, that's a way to put it, we order the documents are promptly destroyed. Burn it, I guess. Okay. This information is highly classified, as are the details of your relocation. Upon arrival, please report to General Augustus Willenham. Willenham? Oh, there it goes. Well, it said you took too long to read. That's not a me problem. That was it. You should try... Ooh, I don't think you've mentioned that before, Jag. You should send that to me. Remind me about it. Well, I arrived in Lunaris at dusk. I can't believe it just said you were reading too long. Like, that's not a me problem. Like, this is rude. I guess I could go back, but we finished it. We finished the letter. It's fine. Also, I like that I kind of like match the game with my hair, like a little bit. I've been traveling for days. My feet are sore, my eyes tired, arms heavy, mom's spaghetti, and all I can think about is how much I need a damn good sleep. I'm a hunter! And I've been called here by the Lieutenant General of Escria to lead an investigation. The matter is apparently urgent if the rapid way in which I've been summoned is anything to go by. The things that you hear about in ghost stories and fables are all real, and it's my duty, my purpose, to protect humanity from those creatures that go bump in the night. Oh my god. Ooh, nice shag. Dinner's gotta be here, so I gotta go. I'll be back in like an hour and a half. Okay, Jenna, enjoy your food. Thanks for stopping in. There have been a series of particularly violent murders here in Lunaris lately, and the local enforcers, the agency that oversees us, can't seem to put their finger on who or what the culprit is. Yeah, you know, sometimes people get murdered and it's violent, so... I hope this game isn't gonna scare me, but I don't know, so I guess we'll see. They said duty. I was the most skilled hunter general in the previous town I was assigned to, but I eagerly welcomed the change of scenery. I also love to monologue, apparently. Like, why am I so pretentious? Like, just shut up. Just shut up. Even if it does involve murder and a healthy dose of existential dread. Am I okay? Like, that's my question. Am I good? Am I good? Like, am I okay? Though as I sink further into the town, the feeling that washes over me is making me wonder if I made the right choice. As if I even really had one at all. Our lives are bound and I live to serve, okay? As hunters, we're the only ones equipped to deal with such monstrosities. Plucked from our families at a young age, we're told that we hold an incredibly rare talent. Not only in passing the secretive initiation that gifts us with keen senses and empathetic skills, but also in possessing the mental fortitude, intellect, and obedience necessary to ensure our effectiveness and loyalty. Are we like kind of like brainwashed into this situation? The way that I talk is like super weird. Like, the main character sounds like a dog. Like, they sound like they've like been like brainwashed into something. Like, you good? I don't think I'm good. Like, that's very sus. It actually is kind of getting me excited for the game because I'm like, ooh, interesting. Codex entry unlocked. Why do I see that? I steel myself and wander aimlessly through the unusually narrow streets, unable to focus on much else than the thought of a warm meal and a comfy bed. Mood. The only thing that distracts me from such thoughts is the way the sky begins to turn an inky, infinite black. Okay. Wisps of mist swirl around my ankles, seeping out from every crack and crevice. Flickers of magic are present within the smoky tendrils, and I can't help but wonder if my mind is playing tricks on me. Am I about to, like, get murdered? Like, that's how the game goes, you just die. Is fair. I am fucking dying, Mark, over what it held your message for. I want you to take a guess on what Automod held you for. How to get back at me for being modded, literally. Your surname is second place Apex champ. I think we know you're not good. Okay, that's fair, Maddie. I'm dead. Why? Whatever is about to murder me in the game, it doesn't need to because, like, I'm dead. Like, from that Automod message. I turn a sharp corner and see people running, scooping up small children scrambling to get inside. I hear the doors slamming and locking echoing off of the crooked stonework. Curtains are drawn, windows are closed, and then I'm scared. Don't jump scare me. Ooh. Darkness. The abnormal kind. Although the stars are shining bright at a glance, and the crescent moon hangs low, neither offer much light. It's unsettling to say the least, you know. Nighttime. Ooh, thank you, Jag. The abnormal kind. A chill rolls down my spine and I walk faster. My sore feet continuing their protests. I didn't know they were protesting at first. This isn't regular darkness. This is advanced darkness. The instincts that have been part of me since my initiation kick in, and I have a feeling deep in the pit of my stomach that I need to get inside. And fast. I spot a mage light lantern as I head further down the street. The dull blue flame flickers invitingly in the darkness, drawing me in. My voice is gonna be like shit after we play this for like a couple hours. Like, I thought like doing like Arcade Spirits was hard because I was reading everything. This is gonna be so much worse if this is how they describe stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know, Jag. Is it free on your phone or like what? Ooh! I don't know why that was the sound that I made to this backdrop. Look at this! Look. Things are shiny. I push the weathered wooden door open and the light tinkle of the bell that hangs above my head announces my presence. This is reading like a Charles Dickens novel. You have limited keys. Oh, it's one of those. I see. I see. It's empty, only very dimly lit by a few worn down candles. The shelves are stocked with curious trinkets and jars of strange looking ingredients and potions, and an apparently endless collection of dusty old books lines the walls. It smells faintly of incense and a little of... is that ozone? What the fuck is going on? It's playable without pain though. Yeah, I've played those kinds of games before. So I know what that's like. Yes, like the way the air smells just before a storm. Like lightning. I hear footsteps and turn to find their owner, and I'm taken aback by the figure that appears from behind a pair of well-placed curtains.
I was just closing up, but can I help you?
Okay, we need to turn that up real quick. We need to... yeah. I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Hey, can we go back so I can hear that again?
I was just closing up, but can I help you?
Can y'all hear that? And the game beats me to it. Oh, fuck! Can y'all hear the voice lines? I might have to turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna turn it up and do it one more time. It's not because I'm being stupid or anything. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Hang on, let's just see that again, you know?
I was just closing up, but can I help you?
Alright, I'm into this now. Hello, person whose pronouns I don't know yet. How are you doing? Well, I guess it's time to buy the game! Wide eyes burn into me, brighter than the clearest of emeralds. His aura feels distinctly magical, and I'm very aware that I'm looking at a witch, a powerful one at that, and oh my god. Mark me down as scared and horny. Did that change the volume at all? It was a lot louder. Can you not hear it? It's only partially voice acted. Or do you just want to see the camera slide up again? I see you. I see you, Maddie. I want to know what that means. Extras. Okay, so you can like read stuff. This, if we need to like look at this, we will, but yeah. We'll see about that. Oh, mini stories. I'm excited. I'm excited. Fuck off. Would you like more reading with your reading? If I was playing this like by myself, I'd probably like skim through it, but like that's a lot right now. And I'm a little bit distracted. So how would I say this? How would I like not sound like an idiot? I need to also be sexy, you know? I need to be sexy as well. I am sorry to intrude, but I appear a little lost. I'm looking for the tavern. And there's like, you good? You sound like you are like out of breath. His gaze falls to my weapons and my sash, his cheek darkening as a realization apparently sets in. I promise I don't want to kill you.
Are you the new hunter?
You would think having voice acting on would like make the game go faster, because I wouldn't have to read so much and we could just like chill. However, if this is how it's gonna be like every time someone speaks, or I just have to sit here and think, this game's gonna take a while. Oh no, are you my new partner? Oh wow. I offer him a wry smile. I try and be coy, but I just look like a fucking idiot. The game has been purchased. Is it that obvious? He returns my smile, and I can't help but feel welcome, at home even, because I am slutty.
Oh, just a little. It's lovely to meet you. The town has been alight with gossip about you this week, you know. My name is Ezra, by the way.
I'm Ames. It's nice to meet you, Ezra. What is this clip? What is this clip? No. Thank you for the clip, Maddie. Oh my god. No, come back. Okay.
I'm going to tell you not to wander the streets when darkness falls. As capable as I'm sure you are, it's not advised. Especially these days.
And ends with horny. It's a perfect clip, Maddie. Any game dev should just sponsor you the moment you say you're gonna play their visual novel, because we all know that we will also buy the game. I mean, hey, if you ever see like a visual novel or like any kind of game that you like want to see me play, that's like either like just coming out or like in development, you can tweet at them. Or like reply to them and like at me in the conversation like, ooh, I think you'd like this, like maybe y'all should like collab. So, you know, if y'all ever wanna hook me up with that sponsorship, that's how you can help. I shake my head, still a little out of sorts from the long journey. That's it. I'm sure it was a journey. Then, much to my embarrassment, my stomach decides to grumble loudly. This is something that would happen to me, so... No, please speak! It's only partially voice acted. I'm in pain. How rude of me. You must be starving. Take a seat in the back room and I'll quickly fix you something up. I would not be able to do like a good voice for him because he just like has a voice. And now that I've heard it, I can't. I can't, so we'll just deal with the reading. You really don't have to do that. I'd better be on my way.
You'll do no such thing. It's too dangerous out there. Please, I insist. It's no trouble, really.
Works out how to make a visual novel game. Question mark. Profit. Literally. Us 20 times that Ames. Like, hey, you seem like you would be a good person to play this game. I can hardly refuse when he's looking at me like that. I nod and follow him as he parts the curtains to reveal a cozy living space. There's a small kitchenette with a crooked dining table, and nestled in the corner is a tattered but comfy-looking sofa. Ezra fills an old steel kettle and pops it on the stove, igniting the stubborn burner with a grunt. Before he turns and offers me a smile.
I'm just going to pop upstairs and get you some blankets. I really do insist you stay until morning. You must be exhausted, and I'd hate to send you out into the darkness knowing...
You just met me! But also, like, this is nice. You feeling that too? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number. Call me, maybe. Just saying. He pauses, stopping himself.
Just wait here, and please, make yourself comfortable.
I can think of nothing worse than even walking across the street right now, let alone across town, so I swallow a polite protest. Thank you, Ezra. He disappears up a narrow staircase, and my curiosity instantly gets the better of me. A solitary candle burns upon the countertop, colorful, magical little lights hanging from various picture frames and shelves, as well as an abundance of luscious green plants. It's utterly enchanting, just like its owner, and obviously very well loved. I can't deal with this. There are generous amounts of personal belongings and keepsakes littering every possible nook, and I eye a tiny dish that's overflowing with brightly colored jewelry. Besides it sits a pile of crumpled parchment. Some of the pages are covered in an elegant looping script, and others are filled with lovingly rendered portraits. I tentatively reach for one of the sketches at the top of the pile, but a loud creak startles me while I'm being a freak. Someone stops me from just looking through this person's belongings. Also, is that just them in the background? That's just him? Something tells me that we are not finishing this game by Sunday. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I turn, as alert as I've always been taught to be, as my fingers edge towards my weapon. The hairs on the back of my neck stand to attention, and I immediately know that there's a creature nearby. Also, like, creature on my cup. I also did not spill that on the microphone, did I? No, I just spilled it down my sleeve. Let's go. That's when I see them. A pair of glowing, fierce, golden eyes peeking up at me from a previously well-hidden hatch in the floorboards, and before I can even think about defending myself, I'm pinned to the wall by a firm, cold, and inherently not human arm. Can we see that again? Jack, I don't know what you mean.
Who the hell are you? Where is Ezra?
His lips curl into a snarl, affording me what feels like an incredibly pointed view of a set of long, sharp fangs. If I hadn't already clocked his deathly... there'd be no second guessing what kind of creature I'm dealing with here. Say it. I know what you are. Say it. A vampire. My hair was briefly like this earlier. I can't deal with this. I know I'd already be quite dead if that is what he truly wanted, and I feel nothing from him other than an overwhelming desire to protect something or someone. His aura is panicked, but distinctly not threatening, so I decide to relax against the hold. I cautiously raise my hands in surrender in the hopes that he'll stand down. We're not taught to harm We're not taught to harm creatures who have no intent to harm us. It isn't what we stand for. At least, not the honorable hunters. Much as myself, you know, I'm honorable. Plus, vampires are the closest things there is to humans in the Demology handbook, and I've met a few reasonable ones in my time. Emphasis on a few. I think we just learned about vampires. He retreats a little, just as I hoped, just enough for me to gather my composure. Well, seems to be like, where's Ezra? I'm just like, he's upstairs, but I'm like, what if this makes him freak out at me? Left the top super long to see how it looked after he shaved the rest short already, yeah. I feel like both of these options are gonna start a fight, so. Ezra's fine, I swear it. Well, you know, Ames, second place Apex champion or whatever it is your last name is, you can elaborate on that. Those bright, disarming eyes burn into my own, a chill skittering over my skin. He looks like he's searching for something. And you know what I'm searching for? A gnat just flew onto my glasses. This gnat has been bothering me for so long. Like, what is the lifespan of a gnat? Because I feel like it's been alive for quite some time. I still see it! Ugh. Do you mind? I'm trying to, like, have, like, an emotional, like, conversation with this guy and his, chest. So, could you stop? He looks like he's searching for something, his dark brows twitching as he studies my face, a thick scar cutting through the one on the right. Something that looks a lot like relief settles upon his face. Is this what relief looks like? I wouldn't know, I've never felt relieved. Oh, okay. I can't help but wonder what a vampire is doing sneaking into Ezra's home at this hour.
If you're playing tricks on me, I'll have your head. Understand?
Yeah, okay. I nod once, my hand still raised where he can see. I mean him no harm. I'm not lying. He's safe. He's upstairs. I tip my chin towards the staircase in the hopes that he'll use his head and seek Ezra out with those impressive senses of his. He takes a step back, but he still doesn't seem to trust me. I don't entirely blame him. I know how he feels. Didn't he just, like, crawl up through, like, the floorboards? Like, and now he's just chilling. He's probably fine. The sound of the kettle whistling as it comes to a boil distracts him, and he visibly relaxes. His gaze quickly darts to the staircase and back to me. He steps back, the candlelight illuminating his angular face, all sharp lines and hair as black as the night. He's otherworldly. Obviously attractive in that tall, dark, and dead kind of way, and his left arm is missing from the shoulder down. Yeah, you like how I like the man. Tall, dark, and dead. In his place is an advanced-looking prosthetic, flowing with what looks like incredibly advanced magic. He catches me looking at it and quirks that scarred brow.
Like what you see? Sorry, it's not for sale.
I wasn't gonna buy it! He said that just as I took a sip. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Ezra appears from upstairs, his eyes wide as he surveys the sight before him.
Finn? What are you doing here?
Iron fingers curl around Ezra's forearm, almost as though he's just checking he's real. His prosthetic thrums brightly as if it responds to the touch. I sensed. That's my attempt at his voice. I sensed that you felt uneasy. I came immediately. Are you okay? You're welcome, Jag. No, Maddie! Maddie. Ezra smiles, covering Finn's hand with his own to gently pat it. A reassuring gesture that I can tell because, like, you know, I know them. The intricate patterns etched into the dark iron pulse like a heartbeat. I was only very briefly startled by the appearance of our new friend here. Right. Finn turns to me and dips his head in an apology.
I'm sorry about that less than savory introduction, Hunter. Things are a little on edge here lately.
I'd never have guessed. Ezra shakes his head, clearly amused by my sarcasm.
I'm fine. You really don't need to jump every stranger that passes this way.
That final reassurance seems to make the tension melt from Finn's broad shoulders. Sorry, Ames, you don't need to be alarmed. He's an ally, I swear it. Even if he doesn't give the best first impression. Finn offers me a genuine, almost soft smile, but he looks guilty, as he should, I suppose. He, like, kinda wanted to murder me a little bit, but, you know, it's fine. I catch Ezra eyeing me warily, clearly sensing my apprehension. It isn't like it's every night you find yourself in a magic shop, staring at a witch and an apparently friendly vampire. Finn's whole demeanor changed the second he laid eyes on Ezra, and I feel any final traces of fear melting away as he steps forward and offers me his hand. Jack, thank you for the clip. The smile that crosses his lips is mischievous, and cold fingers grip my own in a firm handshake when I reach for him.
It's truly a pleasure to meet you.
I'm in pain. Bro! I would be like, what is wrong with, like, MC, but, like, I'm MC, and, like, yeah. Yeah. His pretty eyes, because that's something you say to people that you just met. Alright. His pretty eyes brush over me like a caress. His pupils dilate, and I feel myself swaying, leaning towards him almost unconsciously. I hope you're not unconscious. Who the heck is this MC? Oh, I'm the MC. I hope you mean subconsciously. Don't just pass out. I don't know if you can hear that, but it just sounds like birds. There's a soft whisper of muffled thoughts echoing in my mind, and I can't quite tell if they belong to me or him. It's soothing, because, yeah, that was soothing. And whatever he's doing grants me the foresight to see that he is most certainly harmless, that he bears no ill will towards me. That's nice, I guess. Something tells me he now sees that I'm harmless too. Beautiful eyes. Put that in Discord. I can't watch that here.
Finnegan, stop that. It's not polite.
Look at his face. Finnegan. Finn closes his eyes briefly, breaking whatever connection he's created with me, and he offers me a killer smile. Literally. Shit! Those fangs are really no joke! He must be pushing at least 5 centuries. Apparently I'm just like a renowned hunter, but like I'm already like so like how have I gotten this far in my profession? I set my nose off, bleeding again, laughing. No, Maddie! Maddie, get it together. I'm sorry, Maddie. Maddie, no. I've heard of vampires enthralling their victims before a kill, but that felt more like a request to be understood. Like he wanted to show me he could be trusted, even though he like crawled out the like floorboards. But sure. He exchanges an almost sheepish, knowing glance with Ezra, and I quickly feel my mind clearing itself. It's interesting to see such a powerful creature wither under a witch's gaze. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking. He looks at me and our eyes lock. I nod once. I am appreciating that he cared enough to put me at ease. Then he's grinning again. Wickedly. hope you didn't hear anything untoward. I know what it means. I can't pronounce it in Lair. I'm sure he did, though. I'm sure he did. Anyway! Ezra fusses with the kettle, pouring me a cup of fragrant tea and offering it to me on a pretty floral saucer. Here, this will help you get a good night's sleep. You should never drink something that someone that you don't know gives you. But, Mom... I take the cup with a nod, both of them staring intently as I take a small sip. They're just gonna kill me. They're like, we're just gonna mess with you because, like, we know that you're, like, horny. And then we're just gonna murder you. It's good, refreshing, and exactly what I need. So, Ames, are you looking forward to becoming part of this Ow! Ezra elbows him in the ribs, throwing him a stern warning glance, and Finn flinches a little too dramatically for a big, scary creature. Lovely town.
Do you have any idea what you've gotten yourself into?
No, I don't. So why don't you tell me? Why don't you show me? I like a little adventure. I'm used to a little adventure. I truly hope I can help. Ezra looks defeated, but strangely optimistic. I hope my words sound honest because I really have little choice. I have to help. It's my job. My duty. Well, you certainly seem capable enough. Finn grimaces, exchanging a strange look with Ezra, and I feel like they're not telling me something.
My clan and I are at your disposal, should you require any assistance.
Accepting a drink from complete strangers. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, who knows? Clan? He nods, but I decide not to press him for details. Yet. I'd definitely like to know how many supposedly good vampires reside here in Lunaris. I offer them both a smile and finish up my tea. Ezra hurries to take the empty cup from me and sets it upon the table. He places his hand upon Finn's arm. Finn, Ames needs a rest. Maybe you should head home. Finn nods and Ezra follows him as he heads for the hatch. I need to get rid of that. Oh, hey, let's go Pumpkin Spice Pugs. Let's go second place Apex Champions. Let's go. I go in the Nightbot so I can turn that off. Forgot about that. But I did remember to take off the 2-minute delay. So that's good. I did that like immediately after stream on Sunday. Disable. There we go. Let's go! We placed second, Pog. Just put that on the timer, being like, hey, did you know that Ames placed second in an Apex Legends tournament? Just saying, just saying. Finn nods and Ezra follows him as he heads for the hatch. They embrace briefly and Finn whispers something into Ezra's ear, the witch grinning brightly as he pulls away. Then Finn's warm golden gaze locks with my own and he smiles.
Be sure to take care. If you ever need anything, just scream, and I'll come running.
And this one time at Apex Camp, the new Life is Strange is 17% off. Ooh. Yeah. Remind me about that. Put it in the games room. He winks! Fuck off, I hate it here. He winks and my traitorous cheeks threaten to warm at the sight of it. He notices and laughs quietly, a deep, comforting rasp that I most certainly can find myself getting used to. Why am I so slutty? I don't know why I'm asking because I know why. But like, damn, how have I gotten this far in my profession if I'm just like this easily seduced? I'm just saying. It was nice to meet you, Finn. Finn gracefully lowers himself into the hatch and Ezra stares into the darkness until the door slams shut. He turns and retrieves a tin of biscuits from a cupboard, offering them to me and waiting expectantly until I take a handful.
Please don't let our apprehension worry you. I'm sure you're more than capable of getting to the bottom of all this. Some are saying the town has been cursed, but I sense something else. Something bigger.
Well, it's always a terrible night for a curse. Even though we've only just met, I feel like I can trust him. Within moments of arrival, I could tell that something about this town is off, and I intend to get to the bottom of this mess. Bigger than the curse? Bigger than a curse, apparently. I have to live up to my apparently impressive reputation. Right?
We've lost people, good people, and the investigation seems to have just halted. We don't know what more we can do. Ugh. Look at me getting all emotional when you're probably dead on your feet and desperate to get some sleep.
Jag, I see that you're now playing Hades. He quickly gathers himself, forcing a laugh to break the somber mood. Look at them. Thank you for letting me stay, Ezra. I'll be out of your hair first thing. I stifle a yawn as Ezra turns the fuss with some blankets. I'm thoroughly looking forward to settling upon the sofa, however tiny it may be.
Really, it's no problem at all. Wouldn't dream of letting you wander the streets at this hour, especially after that journey. I'll see you in the morning. If you need anything, just shout.
He heads upstairs and I eagerly remove my boots. The relief is instant when I settle against the cushions, pulling the soft blanket up to my chin. Despite the abundance of questions that currently flood my mind, I swiftly fall into a blissful, dreamless sleep. I wish that were me, because if I'm trying to fall asleep in a place that I've never been before, it takes forever. So... Jag, fair. That's fair. That's fair. I have fallen asleep. So do you have to, like, manually save this game? Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'll save now. After I awake, Ezra eagerly makes me more tea. I join him in the shop as I prepare to leave. I wait patiently while he deals with what sounds like a particularly difficult customer, doing my best to eavesdrop as I survey the books that line the walls. Most of them are in languages I don't understand. Let me know if the music is too loud or anything. There's a strange energy in the air, and my senses tell me that Ezra's visitor is also of a magical origin.
You really can't just drop by like this and expect me to have what you need right away. These things take time.
That's always your excuse, Ezra. Do you not want me to work hard to save this town?
Ezra sighs, apparently not willing to argue, or maybe he knows he'll lose. The tall figure he's bickering with turns to look at me, and I'm caught off guard by their piercing eyes, their stare cutting me to my core. They scowl, their lips pursed as I turn on a towering heel like I have a target on my forehead. Ezra looks like he's about to try and say something to stop them, but they wave dismissively over their shoulder. Here we go. Fuck off. They come to a stop before me and steal their gaze, staring me down and studying me from head to toe in a slow, pointed drag. I registered the familiar violet sash that adorns their torso, the very same as mine. Oh, I have that too? And I exchange a quick glance with Ezra. He looks apologetic as he hurriedly emerges from behind the counter to join us. An enforcer then, one who apparently doesn't feel that it's necessary to wear the standard uniform, or maybe they just think that they're too important. They have a commanding presence about them, and I can't help but wonder what rank they hold.
So you're my new subordinate? Interesting.
I don't know if I want to fight you or what. I guess time will tell. Gus. August. So this is the infamous Major General Willenheim that I've been assigned to. They're a prolific figure countrywide, and they're known for being responsible for one of the best hunters that Eskria has to offer. It will be a true honor to serve under them, despite their apparently icy disposition. Historically, enforcers aren't the most friendliest bunch. They live to serve just as we do, but they hold a much higher authority and love to remind us about it. Okay, makes sense. So I'm a hunter. He's an enforcer, you know. The way Ezra said their name and carried a warning, and August scowls at him briefly before turning their attention back to me. I notice how tired they look, their eyes heavy-lidded and their skin pale, and they even almost sway where they stand. Apparently Ezra notices too, a flash of concern crossing his features as he quickly rushes to gather some ingredients from a locked cabinet. It looks like he's done this before, seen them like this before. It's a pleasure to meet you, Enforcer Wilhelm. I'm...
Yes, I know exactly who you are. Your arrival has caused quite a stir, and more than a little paperwork.
You told me to come here! Why you like this? They glance over at Ezra, watching as he breaks off a few sprigs from a neatly wrapped bundle of herbs and pops them into a glass vial. Their foot taps impatiently on the floor, an exasperated scoff falling from their lips as they look at me once again, eyes rolling. So tell me, Hunter. Second place at Apex Champion! I forgot. I forgot. So tell me, Hunter, second place Apex Champ, are you ready to partake in one of the most baffling missions I've come across? I guess. We'll see. I'm gonna be a dick. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
I do hope you're joking.
No. I grin, shrugging playfully, hoping to crack their apparently rock-hard exterior. August's cheeks darken, turning a charming shade of dusky rose. I can assure you I'll try my best, Enforcer. Well, I am. August makes a dismissive noise, still eyeing me warily. This won't be as effective, but it will do the job for now. As August eagerly reaches for the vial clutched in Ezra's palm, the witch pulls away and fixes them with a worried gaze.
Please stop doing this to yourself. They're pushing you too far and you know it. You're better than this.
Now, we both know that's not true. Ezra surrenders the vial, the vicious violet liquid glowing dully as August takes it with a trembling hand. Ezra squeezes August's fingers before pulling away. He looks impossibly sad. That's sad. There's always a choice, remember that. August seems lost for words, but manages to maintain their carefully crafted annoyance. They reach for the door with yet another roll of their eyes, pausing briefly to catch my gaze.
I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
I'll be late on purpose, B. I'll do it on purpose! We stand outside the shop, the sky bright, but the town somehow still feeling inherently gloomy. Probably because people die here. Like, drinks were tasty, but I was stabbed here. That might be why.
If you ever need anything, you know where to find me. Please don't hesitate to stop by.
You won't get rid of me if you say that. Why is MC so horny? Oh, I wouldn't mind. Fuck off! His smile softens, and I feel incredibly grateful that I stumbled across him. I mean it though. Anytime. And be careful. Thank you, Ezra. I bid him farewell, reluctantly leaving the warmth and safety of the shop behind to follow the rickety old street signs that point me towards the tavern, the place I'll be calling home for the foreseeable future. Okay. The tavern is bustling and full to the brim with red-faced patrons, the tables littered with empty tankards. It's only 9:30 in the morning, but clearly this town likes to drown their sorrows, even if the sun has barely risen. I guess that just comes with being a hunter. I push my way to the bar, and a scowling barmaid rolls her eyes at me as I politely raise my hand to get her attention. Look at Bloodhound anytime they see views. You wallow in desire. Yeah, when's this bird gonna show up and say, hey, you need to stop being slutty, you have something to do? What? I have a room here. Could I check in, please? She promptly rolls her eyes again, because how dare I, like, have a room here. And ducks behind the bar, beneath the bar, reappearing within a few seconds, looking even more pissed off. This is me working anywhere. Room isn't ready until 2. You have to get a drink or make yourself scarce. You need 2 seasons with these lunches before the bird shows up. Fair. I muster a polite, albeit forced smile, turning to find the table. But I find myself face to face with a striking, scowling woman who appears to be blocking me entirely on purpose.
So this is the famous hunter that's taking my place then?
I keep forgetting that they're not going to, like, say my name, like, out loud. This is the famous hunter, 2nd place Apex champ.
You don't look like anything special to me. Come to gloat, have you? Rub it in my face.
Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. My name's... She looks taken aback, clearly not expecting me to be polite, and she quickly straightens up, her features softening, kind of. I know exactly who you are.
I'm Piper. Piper Merriman.
I'm the former general. I was leading this investigation until you came along. I had no idea. I just go where I'm ordered. You of all people must know we don't have much of a choice. Her gaze drops to her hands and she picks at a non-existent piece of lint on her trousers. Yes, well, I do know that, I suppose. So, I've really been called here to take Piper Merriman's place. She's a legend! Having racked up more kills than some of the most seasoned hunters, and all at the tender age of 24. I feel terrible. I wasn't told that I'd be replacing anyone, and her being upset suddenly seems pretty justified. I'd be devastated if I was demoted too. We work so hard and put our lives on the line, all while the majority of the enforcers sit safely behind their desks, holding our fate in hands that aren't stained with blood while our fingers drip with it. Alright, here we go. Hi. Hello. Piper makes a vague gesture at the barmaid and she swiftly handed a glass of warm amber liquid that she delicately cradles in her palm. She steps closer with narrowed eyes, surveying me in a way that almost reminds me of August. Pretty sure I won't be getting Employee of the Month anytime soon. We could always work together. I'm getting the feeling I'll need the help. I'm sorry, truly. I can't imagine how frustrating this must be for you. She continues to look annoyed, but I can tell a more vulnerable emotion lingers beneath the seemingly rock-hard exterior. She swirls the rum around, watching the gentle slosh of it as it coats the side of the glass.
Yes, well, that's what I get for being utterly shit at my job, isn't it?
What? She scoffs a laugh, but the smile that curls at her ruby lips doesn't reach her eyes. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you in the field. I'm not totally useless, apparently.
They just have me doing the awful jobs. The stuff that doesn't actually matter. What a waste of a perfectly amazing hunter.
Enforcers, just a bunch of pencil-pushing wankers! Yeah, let's go! Let's go. Like, why couldn't that be voice acted? I stay silent, sensing that she might need someone to vent to. I've been there. Our job can be hard, and not just on our bodies.
Anyway, I can see I'm boring you. I'll just be over there, continuing to drown my sorrows until Willenheim summons me.
I was actually pronouncing that correctly. Let's go. They're such an asshole. I huff a laugh, covering my mouth with my hand in a poor attempt to stifle the noise, and she seems briefly amused by my reaction. She offers me a thoughtful glance and then sighs loudly.
Don't take any shit from them, okay? Come and see me if they bother you. I'm not afraid to stick my boot up their backside. Again.
Anyway, I'll see you around. She doesn't wait for me to respond, and with a flick of long chestnut hair, she's gone. I spot her disappearing into the heavy crowd that's mulling about in the center of the tavern. Again, it's like 9 AM. A crowd that's apparently pretty pissed off about something. I decide to investigate. Are you sure that's a good thing? Good thing to do there. Might as well get stuck right in. What could possibly go wrong? You could die. That's one. Just saying. This sounds very British English. Yeah, a lot of the people have had like British accents, so. I push my way into the crowd, and what I find both baffles and amuses me. A lichen? How do you pronounce that? Because I saw it before, I don't know how to say it. Lycan? How do you say it? 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 I was hoping for just like a written out like thing. Lycan or werewolf. Yeah, I get that part, but like I just don't know how to pronounce this word. I see it, Mark. Lycan? Can I just say it like that? Like, I'm looking at my captions and they won't pick it up either. Lycan? No. Lycan. It's like in. Okay. Well, I tried. Lycan? Lycan? Like, it's likened to a certain thing. Okay, so lichen. Thank you. A lichen. Yes? A hybrid lichen. In fact. Sat smack bang in the middle of the tavern, arms folded across his chest. He has a smirk plastered across his scarred lips, his wolf ears twitching dismissively as the townsfolk hoot and holler at him. This is rude. Okay, thank you. Be ready to have to do more of that because I can't read. I can't read. The lichen doesn't seem to care and grabs his drink, taking a deep swig. My first impression is that he seems perfectly harmless, even if his cockiness is almost a palpable aura. As I take a step closer, however, I can see the scars he bears. A seasoned scrapper then, not shy in the least and eager to stir up the ire of the authorities and other creatures, apparently. He spots me then, his scarlet eyes flashing, and then he's kicking out the chair in front of him and gesturing me to sit down. Either he's bold or he's got something to prove, and I find myself being watched by the eyes of every tavern goer. They're all waiting to see if I'm going to oblige the object of their disdain, and the tavern falls deathly silent. As I take a seat, the crowd slowly begins to disperse, though their eyes stay firmly fixed upon both myself and the lichen as they return to their respective seats.
They're lucky I kept my cool. Wouldn't you say, Hunter?
I'm sorry, but that doesn't look like your voice. I'm not gonna lie, that does not sound like your voice and your face don't really match. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to piss you off. You seem harmless. I feel like I'd get murdered in this tavern. I don't want to piss you off. They are incredibly so. They obviously haven't seen a lichen in their true form, have they? But then you look an awful lot like a halfling. Well, good job, asshole. I pointedly look at his human ears. He smirks, apparently highly amused.
Oh, I'm sure they've seen one or two around these parts. They're just stupid.
Fair. I grin, finding myself shamelessly liking him already. Man, I just like everybody. He does have 2 sets of ears, yeah. I see. How about you tell me your name and why you apparently have a death wish hanging around in a tavern full of humans who quite clearly aren't too fond of non-humans? Yes, noticed that too. Yeah. They also mentioned it as well, like in the text. He bristles, his tail wrapping around the leg of his chair as he places his now empty tankard upon the table. The noise draws a gasp from nearly every single patron, and I glance over at Piper, who's sitting in the corner, either oblivious or uncaring. Alright, here we go.
It's Alcar, and I don't have a death wish. Not today, anyway.
Only today. He smiles, folding his arms back across his chest.
You don't need to concern yourself with me, Hunter. I stay far away from your kind. From everyone. Mostly.
Second place Apex champ. Seemingly thought. I mean, it's not wrong. However, like, you think based on like my history here in the game, you think I would be like a little bit like more cautious, you know? I'm a hunter and I'm just like hanging out with all of these like monsters, right? You think I'd be a little bit like more on edge and not just like everybody. You know?
I do enjoy coming here to rile this lot up, though. Unless they come looking for me, of course.
He glances over his shoulder, catching Piper's gaze. Do we know what you're hunting? No. We don't know who has been murdering the people of this town. She flips him off, and he turns back around to face me, his shoulders shaking with laughter. Daddy, shut up! We're here on business. But you know, it's a hard life as a hunter, okay? Okay.
I'm sure you'll grow to despise me in time. Just like every other idiot in this hopeless town.
You're super broody and also mean to other people. So I like that. He stands and all the patrons stiffen. It's so quiet you could hear a pin drop, but Alcar merely rolls his pretty eyes and flashes me a sharp grin. Why do I think everyone has pretty eyes? I mean, like, fair, but like, when I meet someone, I'm not like thinking to myself like, yeah, you and your pretty eyes. Like, what? He looms over me, close enough that I can smell the earthy, distinctively, yeah, he smells like something, I think.
If my advice is worth anything to you, then trust me when I say to trust no one.
Well, you see about that, I think I've already failed that because I'm fine with everybody. I'm good. So, he stares me down. I get it, some people definitely have really noticeable pretty eyes. Yeah, like, every once in a while, but I like see everyone and I'm just like, your eyes are beautiful. Like, I just go up to every single person in this game and be like, your eyes are beautiful. Even you.
Especially me. Goodbye, Hunter.
I watch him leave, feeling everyone's gaze still fixed upon me. I compose myself and offer them a smile, as genuine as I can muster after such an odd encounter. Not everyone just stares at ass. Shut up. I don't say everyone has a beautiful ass either, so shut up. I glance at the clock and it's only 10:30. It's only 10:30! I have some time to kill. This town is small, very small, and it takes me less than an hour to walk it from end to end. On my travels, I find myself drawn to the cemetery, and the scent of blood is sick here. Okay. That would be because this is the site of the last murder. I come across a patch of scorched grass. The earth around it is trampled by the boots of enforcers and hunters alike. The remnants of a crumbled gravestone are littered around the perfect black outline of a body, and I take a deep breath, crouching down to skim my fingers along the edges. Well, here we are. We're getting into like the spooky parts of it, so it's not all just about ass, okay? I know y'all can't believe that, but sometimes not everything is about ass. I close my eyes and try to picture it, what happened to them, but it's hard to truly see knowing how stark the darkness is here. It's a blur, a mere memory, but I feel terror. Yeah, I feel like that's something people feel when they're murdered. They were so scared, utterly alone in their final moments. But something sticks out to me over all that fear. I'm sorry, I love you. What? I hope this game doesn't, like, really hurt me, you know? I hope this game doesn't hurt my feelings, like, too badly. I'm fragile. The words hit me hard, my chest aching, and I feel an intense longing. I feel love. The powerful and unconditional kind that snatches the air from your lungs. I take in a deep breath and force myself to stand, trying to shake the feeling, but the music in the background, it just won't let me forget. I'll find out who killed you. I'm startled by the sudden sound of heavy footsteps, my hand hovering over my weapon. I look around frantically, on guard and ready, and then a striking figure appears. Game ends and everyone cries. Jack, why did I buy this shirt? He's clad in fine clothing, his long hair tied in a neat ponytail, the crown of his head adorned with delicate jewelry, and I should be unsettled, the pointed teeth and sharp claws indicating that he's definitely not human, but he's smiling. He also has a little bit of like an ooh-woo face going on. Then the flicker of a spade-tipped tail tells me all I need to know. I'm staring at a glamour demon. Though I'm finding it hard to be alarmed by his presence, which seems to be a theme here in Lunaris. His eyes are a warm chestnut brown, and they're beautiful, because I think everyone's eyes are beautiful. And they sparkle in the dappled sunlight as he gazes at me in wonder. Jenna, welcome back. Everyone has beautiful eyes. And I'm just so slutty. And that's what you missed! Mark? I will, after the stream.
Hello, Hunter. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Beautiful eyes. AIM's second place Apex champion is hot for everyone. And it's not me. Like, I'm not controlling it. That's the MC. The MC is just horny. It's not my problem. It's not my fault. They're a hunter. It's a lonely life. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. But Jenna, how was dinner? That clip? You have been expecting me? Oh my god, he's really cute. I'm sorry. Oh my god. It was amazing, I'm glad. I watch as his cheeks darken, his gaze dropping to the grass. Yes, I chose, there's options in the game that I didn't show you. One's like horny mode and one's not horny mode. Yeah. Arcade Spirits had that option where it was like, do you want to be like super flirty at the beginning or just be like a normal person, find love later, or like not have love? This game did not have that option, I'm telling you now. I watch as his cheeks darken, his gaze dropping to the grass.
Well, people talk and I listen. And they've done a lot of talking about you. I hope I didn't scare you.
They're not all dead and they're not all guys. God, Jenna. Shut it. Well, he's certainly not like any other demon I've encountered. The not trying to kill me part helps. Off to horny jail we go. You didn't. It's okay.
You're sure? I've gotten used to startling people.
I promise you that I've seen scarier. He laughs, his tail flickering. He has a tail! Just have to send them to horny jail. Shut up. Oh, I'm certain you have. His aura is calm, if not a bit skittish, and I decide he's probably more scared of me than I am of him. He's still hard to read though, and that's frustrating but not necessarily alarming. What's your name? The demon exhales sharply, apparently relieved that I'm making conversation rather than drawing my weapon.
It's Omen.
I love that for you. So not to be like sent to like horny jail. I feel like preferencing this like what that will just make y'all send me to horny jail. However, so far I think this is my favorite one. But I'm just saying. No, don't get the bong. Omen, you've gotta be kidding me. What kind of omen? A good one, I hope. I feel a smile curling at the corners of my lips. Are you a good omen or a bad one? And he's like, ugh, I heard that like a million times before. His lashes flicker, and I quickly realize he may not be versed in bad jokes. I can help you. I can help you. What? Don't worry. It's nice to meet you, Omen. I'm Ames. So, how has your first day in Lunaris been? I huff a quiet laugh, yet again perplexed by the wonderfully weird inhabitants of this town. He's certainly the most polite demon I've ever met. I guess it's been fine. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. It's a strange town, isn't it? Omen laughs, a sound musical and almost infectious, causing my own smile to widen. I know MC is horny towards everybody, but like... Yeah, should have blinked, to be honest. I agree.
You're being polite. It's more than strange. It's a mess. A mess I and many others hope you can fix.
I grimace, my gaze drifting back down to the place where the last murder victim lay. I sigh and muster as much confidence as I possibly can. Yeah, remember there's like a murder scene? We're on like a murder scene. MC really said I'm taking myself to horny jail. Yes! Murder! What the? Hello? Okay. I can do this. I can solve these murders. Now I'm really taking... It's not my fault that people die. I don't control the die. So, absolutely no pressure then? Omen shrugs playfully.
No pressure at all. Welcome to Lunaris.
Send me a face. Shouting, murder! I don't control the die, okay? It's not my fault. This music, I guess we're gonna go see August. Objection! I make it to the enforcement headquarters with time to spare after August's thinly veiled threat about tardiness yesterday. I completely forgot about that for reasons. I had a terrible night's sleep on scratchy sheets, and I couldn't possibly feel less ready to face my less than friendly superior. I raise my fist to knock on the door, but the muffled conversation that I hear coming from inside has me hesitating. It sounds heated, and I glance at the clock on the wall behind me to check the time. I have 1 minute before I'm sure General Willenheim will admonish me for being late. So, I take a deep breath and I knock. Thanks for the clip. I don't control the die! The voices stop suddenly. I hear a clack of heels and then... Yes! Oh, it's you. They quickly glance at the clock.
Well, you're on time at least. Congratulations. I know it's terribly cozy out there, but please come in.
I nod politely and quickly step into the enforcer's office, making an entrance. I think this is the 3rd time we played the entrance. We played that entrance so many times. We're just like, wait, let's go back. You gotta play the entrances a bunch, you know, you need that pan up. It's beautifully decorated with neatly arranged bookcases lining the walls that are laden with a collection of trinkets and tomes that possibly rival Ezra's. There's a huge desk in the middle that overflows with reports and letters and half-empty inkpot and elegant sapphire quill poised and ready. Then, as if I'm experiencing a rather vivid case of deja vu, Piper appears before me looking decidedly less impressed than she did at in the tavern yesterday. That was yesterday? No! I can see the clip. You should post it in Discord, I guess. Because Twitch does that.
Hunter.
Hunter, 2nd place Apex champion. I'll be nice. Hello, Piper. It's nice to see you. She stares at me, her eyes narrowed as her gaze flickers to August, who stands quietly just behind me. Their hands are clasped behind their back, a dark eyebrow quirked almost expectantly. Piper frowns at them, her nose crinkling before she swiftly turns her attention back to me. Yes, you too. I offer her a smile, but the one she offers in return doesn't quite meet her eyes. I appreciate the effort nonetheless. Yeah. I forget about the last name. So, you two have already met? In the tavern again? Were ya, Piper? August sighs heavily when we both fail to respond, and Piper manages to look anywhere but her superior. Anyway. They run their hands along the edge of their desk, inspecting the perfectly dust-free fingertip as Piper huffs in their general direction.
I know you have very important business to attend to, but I'm not finished with you yet, Willenheim.
I know nothing about this character, but I think I'm in love with her. So she was the hunter who was trying to figure out this case before we came by, and we feel really bad about it because like we just like go where they tell us to go. We didn't know that someone was like being demoted. So she was in the tavern and she was angry and I was like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I love her. Is that so?
I've given you your mission, you've complained about it loudly. So, pray tell, Major, what else could there possibly be?
Piper flinches and I see her demeanor shift, her admirable determination withering and dying. As that word rolls off August's tongue, a harsh reminder of her demotion, and that one clearly stings. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance to ask her about it, to finally know what she did that warranted her being made such an example of.
Nice, August. Really nice.
You could quite literally cut the tension here with a dull-bladed dagger. I actually have one right here. It's not awkward at all. We have a meeting here, General. August sighs, glancing at Piper almost guiltily. But the sorry expression fades the second she meets her gaze. Yes, we do. Is that everything? Oh, is that everything for today, Merriman? Is that every? I wasn't asking. Ugh. They take a deep breath, pinching the bridge of their nose between their fourth finger and their thumb. You're dismissed for today, Merriman. They stare each other down, and I wonder how the hell they managed to become one of the most successful elimination teams in all of Escria. I've heard countless weird and wonderful stories of their partnership, of Piper's unparalleled strength and August's unmatched intelligence. But here, now, all I see is a dispirited hunter and an possibly tired enforcer. Harry's on the way. I suggest that you depart quickly.
Shit.
Shit. She blanches at that, and I can almost see her admitting defeat. Her shoulders relax, and the furrow in her brow fades.
Fine. I'll go and look for your possibly a small chimera, but probably a big fucking cat. One day you'll have to stop punishing me, you know.
Piper grabs a set of expensive-looking daggers from the chair in front of the desk, strapping them to her back with haste. She pauses in front of me, and those dark eyes soften as she meets my gaze.
See you around, Hunter. Enjoy your important meeting, and remember what I said. Foot. Ass.
She chances another glance at August, and they suddenly become very interested in studying their perfectly manicured nails. With a wink, she finally spins to face August, squaring up to them playfully. The enforcer towers above her, still uncaring, still unbothered. Twat. And with that, she turns on her heel and slams the door so hard it shakes in its frame. The so British nature of the language, it's really British. August walks around to the back of their desk, practically falling into the well-used leather chair. Maybe this is why I love her. Oh, here we go again. I scan the piles upon piles of paperwork that litter the surface, taking the countless reports and letters, scribbled diagrams, and gruesome drawings. I get the impression that August is in over their head. The disorder of all of this information makes my fingers twitch. They watch me carefully, stifling a yawn with a trembling hand. I know, trust me, I know. As much as I hate to admit it, we've got nothing. As of right now, I suspect everyone in this town, as should you. Though I may not really know them just yet, I sense that this kind of vulnerability I'm seeing is rare. August doesn't strike me as a person to admit defeat so easily, and something more serious than the usual stress of the job seems to be lingering under the surface. And when I witnessed back in Ezra's shop, I can't help but wonder what they were like before all this, the way the young witch looked at them. It was pity. Ezra pitied August. August huffs a quiet laugh and relaxes back in their chair, and for the first time since we met, they seem to let their guard down.
I don't know why Harry decided you were the right person for this job above all others, but I trust him implicitly. So, whatever plan he has for you, we had better make it work.
They pause, staring down at me with those icy blue eyes. Now, are you ready to begin? Why does that have a heart next to it? I know why. I know why it does. I know why it has a heart. Let me save real quick. All is general. I just want to like be like a dick to this person. we have to see. We have to see. I apparently accidentally went backwards, so we're all adding extra voices. We just like wink like 10 times at this person. There's like, is there something in your eye? I feel emboldened as that piercing gaze bores into me, something twisting deep in my gut. I lean forward in my chair to make sure they see me, because obviously they won't, as we're in the same room at the same desk. Really see me. I can't wait to see where our partnership takes us, General Willenheim. August presses their finger to their lips, appraising me. Oh, really? I think we can achieve absolutely anything together, if we truly want to. I hate it here. Though they're clearly trying to hide it, I see their lips twist into a sly grin. That's okay. So it's like, I don't really want to like romance this person. However, it was like the first heart option. So how could I say no? Like, fuck off.
And you state this after knowing me for a mere day and a half. How bold.
Yeah, I'm slutty. That's the general consensus. Anyway, I know what I'm capable of, and you're quite prolific, you know. Their long, dark lashes kiss the tops of their lightly flushed cheeks, a pretty shade of dusky rose painting their pale skin as they lean in. Where are we going with this? I thought this was just gentle flirting. Where are we going? Where are we going? Stop the train. Where are we going? Closer. Closer. Close enough for me to see the flecks of violet that swirl at the outer edge of impossibly blue irises. I know that I did this to myself, but I didn't know. I didn't know. August is magic, overflowing with it. It pours out of them in waves. I can feel it deep in my bones and settling upon my skin. Call it a gut feeling. A quiet, careful laugh, and suddenly, they don't look quite so tired anymore.
I suppose you hunters hold quite the advantage over me with your gut feelings, don't you?
Jag, I'm sorry. August tilts their head, their face doing something strange, an expression too quick to catch appearing before they settle back into that implacable ease they've mastered so wonderfully. They curl the corner of the page that settles beneath their fingertips, where their hands have drawn closer to me at the edge of the desk. They clear their throat, but next word sound noticeably husky. I can't do this! Every time that I think it's just like ending, that's like over. Every time that I think it's over, it like won't end. If this scene ends in like banging, I'm going back and not banging. I thought it was just flirting. I didn't know it was horny. I didn't know. My name ruins it. Yeah, but it was just a heart. Shut up. Sometimes it's just a flirt. It don't mean anything. No. My fucking last name ruins this. Regardless, I do hope you're right. Hunter second place Apex champ. So I'm wrong. I'm lying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like lead you on. I just saw the heart and I had to like click on it. I'm sorry. You just need like a nap. I'm sorry. They pause! Rather, I look forward to testing your theory. I smile, genuine and warm and awkward because I didn't know this is where it was going. No! And said the thing. Me too. And please, call me Ames. We're going to be partners after all, aren't we? Not in that way. I'm sorry. Just end it. Someone needs to like take me out. Someone needs to like take me out. Like, I need to be shot. Or stabbed, just something.
It's very well, but you will still call me General.
I literally want to stand up right now and leave. We are not going to finish this before Sunday because I'm going to do shit like this, okay? I'm gonna do shit like this where we go back.
It's very well, but you will still call me General.
Ah! I hate it here. I saw it like on the thing and I was like, okay, cringy. But then the way that they say it. I need someone to take these clips that you're making for like particularly this scene, but like any that you make in the stream, and post them on Twitter and at Lunaris Games. I think it's at Lunaris Games _. You just need to send it to them to see what they did to me. We're all crying. Because I feel like they should know. Because I was like, yeah, this will be fun. It will be like a little bit spooky and it's like a dating sim, so it will be like cute. But it's so sexy. I wasn't prepared. And Jag wonders why you bought the game. Yeah, sorry, Jag. I predicted this. I know you did. This scene broke us all. No. This scene didn't break us all. This section that we're going to listen to again.
It's very well, but you will still call me General.
I hate it here. Just turn it into a highlight reel for the stream. I am recording this and I'll edit it and maybe post it on YouTube, but I'll highlight it on Twitch as well. So they won't disappear. So if you're ever like, hey, remember that time where Ames played this game and it was extremely horny? You'll always be able to go back to that. So you can remember this moment. Of the fact that I will still call them General. You will still call me General. I'm taking us to horny jail after that. We need to just move forward. We're never gonna get through this. I laugh, but I nod in agreement. No! Of course. General. We'll finish this before Monday and here we are. Yeah, it's gonna take us forever because I just have to sit here and think about it. Okay, I think it's over. I hear footsteps in the hallway. And August quickly rises to her feet. Yes, stand up and go talk to somebody else. Please. I should record this on the what? Daddy! I'm sorry if I keep peeking my mic, by the way, because it keeps going red because I can't stop yelling. I'm sorry. Like, what? They straightened their clothing and there's no reason. It's fine. We didn't do anything. It's fine. We're just stupid. I followed their lead and moved to stand by their side, my heart hammering triple time, and my chest on those footsteps near draw closer. I mean, we weren't fucking. My god. General, thank you for the clips. I'm gonna go through all these clips after the stream and just be like, what the fuck? There's a distinct clang of metal, of armor, and heavy boots. Then the door swings open, and an imposing figure enters the room. Hey! I heard that someone was gonna fuck. Hi. There's nothing happening here. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me with those eyes. Don't do it. I wasn't doing anything. I am a hunter. People complained that I was too sensual. Oh my god. His gaze flickers between myself and August, his expression stern and almost emotionless. Almost, though. Almost. Oh my god, he's pretentious. I've heard many tales about Harold Addington III, and as he stands before me, I feel a certain sense of pride that he would choose to summon me to deal with such a vital case. We're just gonna, like, forget what happened, right? He's adorned in the standard enforcer colors of black and gold, but his outfit is far more regal than any of the higher-ranking officials I've seen. A wide smile breaks across his scarred lips, and he pulls August into a tight embrace, a deep, comforting chuckle rumbling in his chest.
Old friend, how the devil are you? It's been a while. Too long, I say.
Okay, so I have a question for y'all. Doesn't everyone, like, almost sounds the same? I think everyone has a different voice actor, but everyone sounds the same. I'm sorry if this is just, like, me not being able to tell the difference between, like, accents, but everyone kind of sounds the same. A bit, yeah. He pulls away, still firmly holding on to August's shoulders. Yeah, someone else hold on to him. Someone else hold on to them. Someone else hold on to them. Thank you. You look exhausted. Have you not been sleeping? Everyone's a semi-posh Brit. Yeah, that's probably it. August offers him a wry smile as Harry drops his hands. I'm trying to sleep. Does that count? Harry throws them a look. Something stern but edged with a certain fondness. One that a father might give to their child. Okay, things are weird.
Look after yourself, Augustus.
August nods once, still smiling as Harry turns to stand before me.
Hunter.
You love
Such a
August's
pleasure to
hair.
meet you.
Yeah.
I can finally put a face to all those impressive reports I've read.
Hunter's second place Apex champ. He offers me his hand and I eagerly take it. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Lieutenant General Addington, sir. He smiles warmly, keeping his grip on my hand, his other holding my forearm.
Harry is fine. None of that formal nonsense. If we're going to be working together for the foreseeable future, we might as well get familiar, wouldn't you agree?
Of course, sir. Harry. I'm stressed. After what just happened, I'm stressed out, y'all. Now, let's get to business, shall we? August hands him a standard issue file, sealed with a wax bearing the Scarlet Enforcer emblem. They watch me carefully as Harry breaks the seal, a heavy sigh falling from his lips as he quickly scans the report. He closes his eyes, handing the papers back to August before he turns back to us both. Silent moment passes and Harry rounds his shoulders, clicking his neck before he faces us.
You know, I've worked for the Enforcers for nearly 30 years, and I've never felt quite so useless. We've lost some of our best, our brightest, kindest.
Harry pauses, the waver in his voice evident as he composes himself.
I am truly at a loss, and I'm finding it hard to remove my emotions from the equation when it's my own people being needlessly slaughtered.
Now remember that people get murdered in this game. August averts their gaze, stealing a quick glance at me, seemingly sussing my reaction, but also giving Harry a moment of privacy.
Nothing can bring them back, but we can bring those responsible to justice.
Suddenly, it hits me. The victims were hunters, weren't they?
Yes, they were hunters, just like you.
Aw, shit. Harry huffs a quiet laugh, clearing his throat.
I know we're putting a great deal of responsibility on your shoulders, but I have never-ending faith that you're the one who can help end this madness. Do you have any questions?
Well, the pattern is that they're all hunters, so jot that down. How many victims do we have so far? August looks at Harry for guidance, and Harry nods his permission.
4, but we anticipate more. The victim has shown up every 7 days for the past month.
Yes, with the most recent being 6 days ago, which is when I called for you. Enough is enough.
We're due a body, if our calculations are correct.
That's fucked up. Harry clears his throat, twists the gold band on his finger.
I'd like you to concentrate on the latest victim for now. Male, 46 years of age, a general. He was one of our best. We owe him this.
I take a deep breath before I ask my next question, feeling immensely guilty before it even falls from my lips. Were all of them burned? I saw the ash and the charred ground. Also, now's not the time! We've moved past the horny! Each body has been burned very badly, yes, to the point where we cannot determine which wounds they sustained beforehand. Not even with magic. He shakes his head, exchanging a look with August, one that I can't quite place. Not even with magic. Other than the timing of the murders, are there any patterns I should be aware of? Harry's mouth twists into a grimace and he shakes his head. I hope you don't think ill of me, but I'd rather not tell you at this point. He and August share a look, and August seems perplexed by this statement. Harry. Harry places his hand upon August's shoulder, a reassuring touch, a smile, then he's looking back at me. Please, trust me, the both of you. I want you to go out there and see things with your own eyes, utilize your abilities, then we can discuss what we've already discovered. This is a complex case with many intricacies, but I think it's important that you don't let our opinions cloud your judgment. As terrifying and baffling as that might seem, I see where Harry is coming from. I don't want to be influenced by an investigation that's so obviously failing. So, where would you like me to start? I almost expect him to tell me to figure it out myself, but Harry surprises me. Well, the most obvious place would be this word. The what?
A curious pair are the Woodridge twins. They've taken up residence in the old church in the middle of town. I'm sure you've seen it.
I saw it, alright. Big, imposing, and very obviously dilapidated. Yes, I did notice it. It's quite hard to miss, but I assumed it was empty with it being in such a state of disrepair. We can only dream that it becomes vacant, unfortunately. August clenches their fists, the faintest flicker of magic shimmering in their palm.
They're a plague upon this town, spouting their drivel and preaching to the dumb and ignorant. They're idiots.
Augustus. August takes a deep breath, their magic dissipating.
Right. Sorry. Well, I'm not fond of them, if you couldn't already tell.
Harry and I share a glance, and he smiles warmly, winking at me.
Oh, I think we got the picture. Now, as I said, I suggest you start with them. Just see what you make of them. You might need to play along with the woman. She tends to favor playing games. Anything to baffle you.
I'm already baffled. Like, maybe I'm not the person for the job because I'm already baffled. Have they already been questioned? Are they dangerous? Are they human? Harry shrugs and August's annoyance at him becomes so unbothered it's obvious.
Yes, they're human, and yes, they've been questioned. Hunter Merriman saw to that, but she and the woman have a rather tumultuous relationship.
Their alibi is solid. They have a guard, a human who has connections to Clan Casimir. She has no reason to support the Beck, other than just doing her job. I'd still be interested in to hear what you think of her, though.
So, in theory, they're harmless, but they do have the people's ear for some bizarre reason.
They prey on fear, and the town is infected with that right now. Be cautious of them. They certainly won't take kindly to you.
Oh, I think the General can handle them just fine. Have some faith, August.
August waves their hand dismissively, wandering over to a filing cabinet that's nestled in the far corner, whilst muttering something under their breath. A warm hand touches my arm because everyone just like really likes a touch. We trust you, Ames.
Now, once you've spoken to them, I suggest just going where your gut tells you. There are plenty of other Lunarians for you to get to know, so just take today to really find your feet. I must meet with August and some of the other generals now, but please report back to us in the morning. Unless you find any damning evidence, of course, in which case, report back immediately.
I nod, glancing over at my superior, who has taken it upon themselves to dive headfirst into yet another pile of paperwork. Trust no one, right?
Not a bloody soul. Suspect everyone. Question everything.
I don't know how good I'm gonna be at that because I seem very trusting. Like, I trust everyone that I've met so far. I close the door behind me, leaving August and Harry with their discussion. I feel a bit overwhelmed, but ready to finally start my investigation to hopefully end all this chaos. I take a deep breath and straighten my clothes, feeling ruffled from both that initial heated encounter and the brief but semi-informative conversation with the Lieutenant General. As I turn to leave, I spot Piper leaning against the wall. She looks stoic, her gaze fixed on the floor, but she perks up when she spots me approaching. She probably wouldn't be too pleased with me if she knew that, like, I just, like, straight like flirted with that that person. Hey. Oi, Ames. I can call you that, can't I? She makes a quiet, frustrated noise and closes her eyes. She shakes her head, exhaling sharply before she meets my gaze. Listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that exchange. I couldn't bring myself to leave without apologizing for my behavior both today and in the tavern the other day.
It's been a rough few weeks, and I often let my passion overrule any rational thoughts that I promise I am capable of having. It's unbecoming of me.
I'm taken aback by the vulnerability of her words. This isn't the Piper I thought I'd become accustomed to, you know, over the past, like, 12 hours, maybe. Like, that's being generous. Piper, She raises her hand to halt my words, callous fingers curling into a fist.
Please, just let me apologize, alright? Then we can pretend I never acted like a complete asshole, and you can go and do your job.
So, she sticks out her hand, her daggers clanging noisily where they rest in the holster at her back.
The name's Piper Merriman.
She rolls her eyes, taking a deep breath before her next sentence.
Major Piper Merriman.
She throws me a wicked grin, and I can't help but laugh. If I flirt with everyone, will people be mad at me? I mean, y'all, like, don't care about that opinion. But the people in the game, like, will they be mad at me? Like, should I calm, like, the horniness, or, like, what? I'm annoyed that the pleasure is mine is a heart one, because I'm just like, that sounds just like, it could be a normal sentence if you're not a freak. But no. They can't just like offer me these options to be flirty because I have no self-control. But after what happened last time, I don't know if I'm prepared for like another like 20-minute discussion. Your internet just kicked me off the stream and apparently didn't want you to have a say in this question. You know what? I am going to BRB real quick and like go to the bathroom and get some water because I'm running out. So y'all can talk amongst yourselves what you think I should do. I'll leave this up, so whatever, I'll be back. It is not my fault that y'all are in horny jail. You put yourself there. It's not my fault. I see that people are saying go with the heart. It feels like wrong morally for me to just like hit up like every single person in this game. Don't LOL at me, don't cap at me either. I'm gonna sit here and eat this Twix and feel uncomfortable. Here. I don't want to be like a player and play with everyone's feelings like this. I don't want to lead anyone on, you know? I already feel bad about August. I'm glad y'all clipped the general thing because let me see it.
But you will still call me General.
Oh my god. That's such a strong reaction. I just scream. But that's fair because the first time that I heard that, I literally wanted to stand up and like walk away. So like, that's a genuine scream. Like I had such a desire to just stand up and like leave. I'm not gonna flirt with her because I've already flirted with the general. Even though right now I don't want to be with the general. I'm just thinking of like the general like car insurance right now. But I can't, morally, I can't. I'm gonna be a good person, okay? I'm gonna be a normal, good, not horny person for once. And yet, here I go. Here I go, still being like horny. I placed my hand on top of hers. I said be normal. Carefully lowering it to her side. Like, you don't know her. Leave her alone. You really don't have to apologize, Piper. I know how hard this must be for you. She clears her throat, her grin morphing into a wry smile. Yes, well, still no reason to be a twat to you. It's not your fault, Her smile widens, her eyes sparkling, and I sense that she's up to no good. Was it Ames? Did you plan all of this just so you get to come here to meet me, the infamous Hunter Merriman? He would not get any sleep with me just dying here. I'm glad that my sister isn't home yet. Because if she was home, she'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, she usually doesn't care. And I've been doing this for so long now that she's just like, you were just loud. But still, this is like different. This is like, it's different. What am I looking at, Maddie? What is the title of that thing? Jesus Christ. Especially after that yell. That yell came from my soul. Like, that's not an act. Like, sometimes on stream you, like, play it up, you know? You play up the stupidity, but that was real, genuine, authentic. scream. Are they dying right now or what? That was the best part. You're welcome. I huff a laugh and shake my head quicker than is probably necessary. Don't let your head grow too much. You won't fit through the doors. She studies August's office door with twisted lips. She makes a disgusted noise, her nose wrinkling.
Ugh. And be stuck here with Willenheim. Perish the thought.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing there like... I might have like almost like, let's go away to maybe, I don't know. It kind of seemed like we're gonna fuck. I'm just gonna say that. It kind of seemed like that me and the general over there were going to fuck. But then someone showed up, so we didn't. So sorry about that. Piper glances at the clock before turning back to me with a roll of her eyes.
Ugh. I better get going. I have an inevitably worthless mission to get on with. People in this town are adept at mistaking common house cats for ghastly creatures. Must be something in the water.
Codex entry unlocked. I'm just curious on what that one is. The cat. A fucking cat and her kittens! Stop wasting paper. Oh my god. I should go too. Yes, of course. Now off you go. Save Lunaris and all that. I'll see you around, Ames. She turns on a heel and heads for the exit, pulling her chestnut hair up into a messy bun as she goes. I gather my wits, checking my supplies and weapons, adjusting my armor. It's time to begin. Are we gonna be less horny now that like we're starting the investigation or what? Just curious, you know. It's a strangely beautiful day in Lunaris, regardless of the biting cold. The sky is clear and the cobbled streets are abuzz with the smiling faces of townsfolk strolling to the local market with empty baskets and full pockets. There's certainly a different vibe to the last time I walked the street. No panic, no haste. As I draw nearer to the center of town, I see that imposing white building. Scarlet flags sway in the wind on the roof, but as I look closer, I can see that they're tattered and dirtied. The twins may very well be human, but the way my stomach drops and twists as I approach the weathered wooden door tells me I might be shocked by what I find inside. I push open the heavy doors, and the sight that I'm met with snatches the breath from my lungs. This place is huge. Its dome ceiling was seemingly once decorated with an intricate painting, but the layers have cracked and peeled over time, and nothing more than the remnants of what looks like a starry night sky cling to it. The furniture is caked with a thick layer of dust, and the pews are in disarray and covered with strange etchings that look like they've been carved into the cheap wood with a blunt nail. There's a lot to take in, but I'm not here to scour this ruin for evidence. I'm here to talk to its inhabitants. The dread that's now firmly seated in the pit of my stomach turns violently. But it's something old, something that lingers. I anticipate that I might find a lot more than I'm bargaining for if I truly desire, but I need the focus. Need the focus. Am I more than you bargained for yet? I needed to find the Woodridge twins. As if by magic, two pairs of startlingly bright blue eyes emerge from the shadows near the destroyed pulpit. I hope there's someone like they have the eyes, like they aren't just floating eyes. Like, why am I obsessed with eyes? Also, hello. Which one of them is speaking? Because if it's her, it's like, hello, Hunter. We were expecting you. And if it's them, just, hello, Hunter. We were expecting you. I've been dying to tell you anything you want to hear, because that's just who I am this week, you know? To say that they're unusual would be an understatement, and they're not at all what I expected. Let's start slowly. They kind of scare me. They kind of look like they could stab me. And I don't want to get stabbed. I offer her a small, friendly smile, however forced it may be. Word travels fast in Lunaris. I am Hunter's second place Apex champion. She narrows her eyes at me, suspicious for the briefest of moments before she's smiling unnervingly again. Despite her best effort at apparently trying to be cute, it's still terrifying. I'm Aurora, and this is my dear brother, Amaros? Amaros. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Hunter's second place Apex champion. I nod politely, not sure which one of them I should be focusing my attention on. Amaros doesn't appear to enjoy talking, or maybe he's simply not permitted to. His overbearing sister is clearly the leader of these two. Armero seems uneasy and far less abrasive than his sister, and as I turn my attention to him, his eyes went almost comically. He resembles a startled forest animal. Armaros, can you tell me a little bit more about the church and what you do here? Music is very loud. Yeah, that's some loud piano. His mouth twists into a dissatisfied snarl, but as he begins to speak, Aurora swiftly interrupts him. Amaros, we haven't even offered our visitor a drink. Such a terrible first impression we must have given you, Hunter, second place Apex champion. Amaros sighs loudly, giving up without a fight. I'm fine, thank you. I'd really just like to ask you a few things so I can be on my way. I clear my throat, try not to be distracted by their unnatural stillness. Can you explain to me what you do and why? They share a look, and Amaros nods once under his sister's ice-cold gaze. Oh my god, the way that their heads tilt at the same time. No. Our purpose is simple. We spread the word of the night of those that are oppressed and murdered in cold blood. Okay. And who exactly are the oppressed? She giggles, the sound musical but edging on maniacal. The creatures, of course. I look at Amaros and he drops his gaze, color sweeping across his pale cheeks. Is my answer not satisfying, Hunter second place Apex champion? Surely you know that the institution you serve brings harm to innocence? That the creatures that you kill are nothing more than confused and lost, merely looking for salvation. Okay, I don't have time for this. I pause, carefully contemplating my response. My adult life has consisted of seeing bloodthirsty creatures trying to mindlessly murder innocent people, and in turn trying to kill me as I protect them. I see no desire for salvation from that. I appreciate that there are creatures who don't intend to harm anyone, even some that are kinder than most humans. But, I smile again, and take a deep breath. But I cannot bring myself to understand how you can so blindly support the slaughter of your own people. Amaros frowns deeply, and I swear I see him shaking his head at me, but it's just subtle enough for his sister not to notice it. Because humans are inferior and pathetic. We infest and corrupt the earth by dedicating our time and resources to ridding it of the one thing that gives our wretched species any hope. She inhales sharply, calming herself and brushing her hands over the front of her skirt. So, Hunter, second place Apex champ, to answer your question, we're here to protect the creatures just as you are here to destroy them. I'm sure you are very aware of the recent murders in the area. Can you tell me anything that might be of use to my investigation? Aurora steals her gaze, unblinking. She just blinked. She blinked again, actually. They're not good at not blinking. Yeah, you're still blinking. Her fingers clasped tightly in front of her. We saw nothing, and we have an alibi. I look at Amaros, startled that- wait, was that him? Oh, we saw nothing, and we have an alibi. Sorry. I look at Amaros, startled that he actually spoke. His voice is strangely soft and comforting. Regardless, his words sound practiced and rehearsed. He looks nervous, like he'd rather be anywhere else but here, and his eyes keep darting to the door behind me. That makes me scared. Nothing at all? You're stationed right beside the graveyard where the last hunter's body was discovered. You're telling me you didn't hear a thing. He was brutally murdered, set alight, and burned to ash, and yet he didn't scream or call for help. Aurora's lip curls at the corner, her eyes turning dark. My brother speaks the truth, Hunter, second place Apex champ. Question us all you like, but we've been through this with your insufferable predecessor. Just like Harry said, they have an ironclad alibi, but my suspicion does not waver. I nod once, noticing Amara's gaze burning into me, and though I cannot gauge how it's feeling, my gut tells me he has something to say. Something he wouldn't dare to with his sister by his side, like he's scared. I'm starting to feel like Harry sent me here just to unnerve me. Surely he knew this is what I would be faced with? I still have nothing to work with here, and as the twins continue to stare me down, I think about his parting words. Suspect everyone. Question everything. You truly have nothing else to say regarding this situation? Aurora stands firm, her lips curling into that wolfish grin once more. Not a thing. It was ever so wonderful to make your acquaintance, though. Truly. Do stop by again. Our doors are open to everyone. We're more than happy to accommodate you, should your agency need to question us a third time. Mars gives me a look again, and I wonder if it would be possible to get him alone. I have a feeling I get a lot more out of him than I have from her. Thank you, Aurora. Okay. On my way out, I see a small, neatly wrapped package sitting on the doorstep. I bend down to check the label, and written on it in the elegant script are words. Zehewa. And Armor. I was able to say his name, and now I lost it. And Armoros's name, paired with a small heart. I may not know what it means, but I know a demonic language when I see one. Just as I suspected, there might be a lot more to Armoros Woodridge than meets the eye. Did I fuck that up? I feel like I fucked that up. I walked through the center of town for a while, getting to know the buildings and watching the people pass me by. Lunaris turns into a quiet, nervous town when the sun begins to set, and I wonder if it's only recently lost its warmth. I consider heading for the graveyard, something tugging at me and telling me that there's more for me to find out, but... Oh hey! Alcar suddenly appears from between the crooked houses, sending two children that were playing in the street scattering.
What the hell have you been doing in that damned church? Are you feeding into their bullshit already?
He pauses, huffing a sharp breath through his nose.
I thought you'd be different. Just like everyone said you would be. How stupid of me to want to believe them.
This certainly isn't the first time I've been caught off guard by an angry Lycan, but it's safe to say that I don't need to fear for my life here. Maybe. He does look pretty pissed. Seems okay to me. Seems pretty chill. It's not what you think, Alcar. I was just questioning them. He scoffs, rolling his eyes. His hands are shaking, but he balls them into fists when he catches me looking. Is that so? And why should I believe you? I don't even know you. No, you don't. Which is why you should consider giving me the benefit of the doubt. I'm just trying to do my job. Do you suggest I just ignore the very obvious cult in the middle of town? His wolf ears flicker back and forth, and he unclenches his fists. You were just questioning them? I nod. Yes, I was hardly agreeing with them in their hatred for, well, me. He rolls his eyes at me, standing his ground. Something has me curious, and I can't resist asking. They want to protect you from the likes of me. So why do you despise them so much?
Because they couldn't care less about those of us that don't enjoy killing humans mindlessly. Because we're not real creatures if we stay out of trouble and befriend humans or each other.
Yeah, how dare you not just murder everyone? That's pretty whack. That's whack. What the hell? So if you dare to act even remotely human, you're the enemy too? He smirks, brows raised.
Aha. Now you're getting it.
Alcar is apparently defensive to a fault, but I sense that under the surface he's probably just scared. Maybe even a little lonely. It must be hard to be feared like that when you've done nothing wrong. At least, I don't think he has. He is kind of a bastard. Were you following me? Both of these options suck. Do you have friends? Were you following me? I mean, the do you have friends one isn't like too bad, since like people were bullied him at the tavern, so. Are you close with anyone in town? He bristles, his tail swaying behind him. That's an odd question, and close is reaching. Do you at least know anyone in town? You and Piper seemed aware of each other. He scoffs, his lip curling in disgust.
Merriman and I are not close. Unless you consider her kicking my ass her way of showing affection.
Based on what I know about her, that might be it, so. I tilt my head, contemplating that she actually might! Same hat, MC. Depends on what you're into, I suppose. Yeah. Trust me when I say Merriman and I are not friends. Then you truly have no one? He softens slightly, his gaze dropping to the ground. I have friends, I suppose. Finn, Ezra, maybe even a demon.
It's easier for me to keep my distance. Anyone who gets close to me always gets hurt.
Is that so? I think about the way he acts, his cockiness and his smirking and flashing fangs. Is all of that just a show to keep others away? To keep them wary? I suppose it works as much as it also just earns him their bad opinion. Why do you ask, anyway? I don't know, to be honest. You seem lonely, that's all. Man, I have no idea how to talk to people. I'm just like, you seem lonely. Are you lonely? He straightens up, wolf ears pressed flat against the skull.
Well, maybe I like being lonely. Have you considered that? I am a wolf, after all. Aren't we supposed to be solitary creatures?
Fair. Well, that depends. Surely you have a pack. He stiffens at that, and his next words are firm and final. No, and don't ask me again. Sadness swiftly replaces any trace of anger that I feel from him. I'm sorry. I won't mention it again. Thank you, Hunter. A moment passes and Alcar restlessly shifts from one foot to the other. He doesn't seem incredibly satisfied with my answer about questioning the twins, but I can't really do much more to convince him, nor do I care to right now. Damn, dude. So, where are you headed now? Do you live nearby? He narrows his eyes at me, clearly contemplating if he wants to divulge such information. Why? God damn it! I don't know! I don't know. Yeah. No heart, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know. I just like chaos. I'm afraid to like do like the heart option for everyone because like what if it just like, you know, what if everyone gets mad at me? Like, yeah, I'm thoughty, but I don't want people to be mad at me, you know? Just for the added chaos. Well, it's like, kind of, yeah. But also, like, just curious, you know? When we first met him, I was like, you're kind of, like, an asshole. But, I don't know. But also the implications of this heart option. I'd like to get to know you after asking where he lives. You know? I don't know how this game works either. In terms of like points for this kind of thing. Like, I'm curious about all the options. You know? I'm going to say I'm just curious. Just curious. Just curious. I'm just asking you to attempt to be friendly. You don't have to tell me.
That simple, huh? I live around in places.
What kind of places? I scoff a laugh, earning a raised brow and a flick of his ears. Very specific.
I'm a specific guy.
Yeah. He glances up at the sky, muttering something under his breath before his gaze settles upon me once again.
It's getting dark, and there's a cold drink with my name on it at the Wolf. As much as I'd love to stay standing in the middle of the street talking to Lunaris' new favorite person, I'd better dash.
Pain. Oh, there he goes. He turns as if he's about to leave, but he pauses, pointing at the Abec. The building looms over a town and appears even more unsettling now that I know who resides there.
Stay away from them. You might think you're safe because they're human, but words can do just as much harm as knives or claws in this town.
What if it's just them murdering the hunters? Like, that seems like that would be it. There's like, we love monsters that kill people, so fuck the like hunters that are stopping the monsters from killing people, you know? But it can't be that simple, you know? I get the horrible feeling that he's right, that maybe I should have pushed harder with him. I should be asking him about the murders too, but well, I'm so bad at my job. Like, I'm so bad at it. We definitely fucked it up with them back there. Harry told me to trust my instincts, and right now something is pulling me towards that graveyard. Not towards this scrappy, sarcastic wolf. I'll be careful. See to it that you are, Hunter. The town might fucking implode if it has to deal with much more. He makes a dismissive noise, scowling at me. But he's unable to mask his obvious worry for my well-being. Not that I care. Anyway, I'll see you around. He offers me a half-assed wave paired with a decidedly mischievous grin, and then Alcar slinks back into the alley where once he came. The graveyard looks so different at night. We're gonna get murdered here. We're gonna get murdered here. Why are we here at night? We're gonna get murdered. Beautiful, even. Fog twists and curls around my ankles as I walk, shimmering specks of vivid blue light sparkling in its haze. Thankfully, the darkness is a little more forgiving this evening, and something seems to be guiding me along and leading me right to the place where the murder happened. So you mean like your memory? Like you've been here before? I'm hoping that I might be able to get a clearer idea of what transpired here that night, now that I know who he was or what he was. I follow the path and see the dark figure crouching before a neat line of gravestones. There's no danger here, not that I can feel, but I approach with caution anyway. As I draw nearer, I recognize him. It's Finn. Hey! I am no fool, and I know he senses me here, but he doesn't flinch, keeping his gaze fixed on the dark forest that surrounds us. It's a cemetery, so we should probably just leave him alone, to be honest. I stand in silence. Don't be creepy, just like move on. Observe him, noticing the defeated set of his broad shoulders. He already seems different here to the man I encountered the other night in Ezra's shop. Oh yeah, that sounds real convincing, Jenna. That sounds real not lying. More stoic. He takes a deep breath, one I know he doesn't need, and he turns slowly.
Hunter, what brings you here on this fine evening?
Hanging out in graveyards is just part of the job. He rolls his eyes playfully.
I
relate to the people here a lot more than I do anyone else.
I laugh and he joins me, his expression softening a little. For someone who requires no sleep, he looks tired. Oh yeah, I know y'all do. I know. Do you really spend your free time hanging around in graveyards like the vampires in all the storybooks? He gestures at the tombstones, shrugging.
Well, yes, of course. How else would I chat with my friends?
Pain. He stares at me quite intently, his smirk fading. The dull golden glow of his eyes is strangely comforting in the darkness, and they glisten as he cocks his head. I gather he's trying to suss me out.
You know, I actually find it quite soothing out here. It's so peaceful, and humans can be so very loud. It's nice.
He pauses, looking up at the stars, and he smiles again. I look around us, the trees are swaying softly in the breeze, crickets chirping in the tall grass, not another living soul apart from myself and... well, he may not be living, but he's here. You're right, there is something peaceful about it. Curiosity shines in his gaze, and he's apparently impressed by my answer. How are you coping with all this? It must be overwhelming, starting fresh in a strange place. He pauses, his nose crinkling and pointed ears twitching. Especially one as strange as this. I grin, agreed with him wholeheartedly. I'm slowly getting the hang of it, I think. You're doing just fine, Ames. Thank you. I needed to hear that today. So, tell me why you're really here at this hour. I really need to have a look around. I sensed something near where the body was, found the night after I arrived. He pauses, looking as though he's trying to decide if he should say what he's thinking.
There's definitely a strange energy here. Stranger than usual, anyway. But I can help you, if you wish. I mean, if you wanted an immortal opinion.
How exactly can you help me? He huffs a quiet laugh and folds his arms across his chest.
Would an excellent sense of smell and the ability to see things your human eyes cannot be of use?
I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I feign disinterest, a playful roll of my eyes as he waits for my response. I suppose I shouldn't dismiss any help, but how do I know that you're not the thing committing these horrible crimes? I've been told to trust no one more times than I can count, so tell me, Finn, why should I trust you? Damn, dude. He offers me a wry smile, but sadness lingers in his gaze.
Freedom.
Excuse me? Freedom. He nods again, taking another deep, unnecessary breath.
I've been trying to become a better man since the day I died. My sire was a cruel man, a tyrant. Being around that for centuries does something to you.
I love all ice cream, but not mint. So... it has to be like a really good mint chocolate ice cream. Like, you can't have like a bad mint chocolate ice cream. It has to be like a quality. Like, it has to be like fancy and good. It has to be like really good. Like, then I'll be like, yeah, but you can't just like buy something from the store. Where's your sire now? He swallows thickly, rubbing the back of his neck. It's almost a nervous gesture, and the first time I've seen him do anything that looked remotely human or graceless. Dead, killed by your lieutenant general. I owe Harry my life. He freed me from Levi's shackles. I feel bad for almost, you know, doing some sort of deed on Augus's, like, desk. You know. He pauses, head tilted towards the night sky, and he closes his eyes. A smile crosses his lips, something wicked.
I've done terrible things in my time, and I intend to pay penance for those for the rest of my days. Which, if you hadn't heard, is forever.
You've never had... I've definitely had a bad one. I've had a bad mint chocolate chip ice cream. There are so many things I long to ask him. He's seen so much, done so much. Yes. Maddie, that's it. That's it. Is this the dead guy we simp for? I don't know. We simp for a lot of guys, okay? We simp for a lot of people in general. But this is a vampire, so... And I assume lost so much.
So, to answer your question, I value doing the right thing above all else. Even if sometimes I tend to stumble a little. Metaphorically, of course.
I offer him a wry smile, watching him watch me, watching you, watching me. Okay. Especially Mirage, yeah. Duh. Fuck off, I can't deal with it. It keeps offering me hearts, and I just feel bad about it. Dead guy, dead guy, dead guy, dead guy. I got a crash working 7 hours. I'm 100% catching up with the rest tomorrow though. Valid, Maddie, good night. Thanks for hanging out and dealing with whatever this was. Had to dip out of the stream for a while. Did I miss anything? We haven't been horny to anyone else, but it keeps giving us the option. That's what you missed. I'm not simping for the dead guy. Out of all the people that I'm simping for, it's the demon. So shut up, you know. Good night, Maddie. Why are you bullying me? I wish this game would stop giving me the option to be horny because I'm stupid. I see no bullying, I see bullying. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's the reason why you bully me. Like, it needs to stop giving me these options. Like, let's go back and look at them. I'm watching him watch me. Imagine if he just says no. We're sitting next to each other. We're just staring at each other like... I don't know if we're sitting. We're near each other. We're having a conversation. Like, if I just want to be normal for once, I would say I'd appreciate the help. But no, I'm stupid. Stupid. Hey, I'd like to spend some time with you. Because, you know, it's been a little bit since we've, like, screamed. I look back at him. No, don't. Here we go. I'd be lying if I said that I'm not curious to get to know him a little bit better. Spending some time with you wouldn't be so terrible, I suppose. Wow, good flirt. Good flirting. Good job, Ames. This is actually how I flirt. Be like, yeah, you're right, I guess. He looks taken aback by my statement, but recovers in record time. A smirk that I've come to learn is quintessentially Finn crossing his lips. A smirk that has my cheeks heating. Just stop it. Stop it.
You suppose?
What do you mean I step closer? 6 feet. I step closer. His gaze burning into mine, and I feel a shiver roll down my spine. The hairs on the back of my neck standing to attention. I feel like if I wanted to flirt with someone, that would be me. It's valid. It's a valid way to flirt. You're just like, I don't hate you as much as I hate other people. And yes, Jenna, I am about to do that. He notices because he's a vampire and he notices everything. Oh my god, he's a vampire, he's a vampire, he's a vampire, he's a vampire. Are you cold? He's teasing me, so I decided to play along. I fucking hate this. I hate it here. Freezing. I love the Twilight movies. No! He literally just moaned. He makes a quiet little noise, one that I think I could become quite fond of hearing. He literally... Like, what do you mean you could get used to hearing that? Like, it's literally a moan. This game is thirsty.
Unfortunately, I can't warm you up. I am quite dead, you know.
I'm physically cringing. Mark, that's your own problem. I raise my brow at him, unable to stop the smile that spreads across my lips. Really, I didn't know this. The fangs and deathly pale skin are ever so subtle. You end. Oh, okay. Oh my god. He pokes the point of one of his fangs with the tip of his tongue before he speaks. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is video game thirst. It's actually appropriate. Ugh. I find myself watching the movement quite intently. Can I stop being creepy?
I don't think I've ever been called subtle before.
Well, there's a first time for everything. He narrows his gaze, apparently contemplating his next sentence quite carefully. Oh, was it not? Oh, I don't think I turned it back on. I would have to turn it back on. I'm lazy. Yeah. Like, y'all are able to turn it back on. Yeah, it's because of the tournament. That's why it's gone. You'd have to turn it back on. Because, like, I can't really view it all that easily. Because yeah, like, for a tournament. You're going to redeem Appa during the thirsties? It doesn't show up as pause. Why not? Fine, I'll go and look. Because I just paused them, that's all I did. I put them back. If everyone's just gonna come in and spam Appa, I swear to fucking god. It only shows art as pause. I don't know. I can't believe you're gonna make me sit here with Appa on my head as I like read like this thirst scene. Like, why do we do this? No. Appa says hello, and Appa doesn't ask how you're doing because he knows how you're doing, and he knows that you're just being horny. So, it's not my problem. Okay, where's my mouse?
You're different, aren't you? I like different.
Yeah, he says this as I just randomly put Appa on my head, so... Alright. I clear my throat, snapping myself out of this little daze I appear to have lulled myself into. We should... What are we doing? What are we doing? What's happening? What are we doing? What? Was Appa? You're different, aren't you? I like different. He smiles wider this time. He's handsome, bathed in the moonlight, even more than in the artificial light of the shop. Yeah, because I keep staring at your chest, and I've let you know this since like the day that I met you. It's fine. It's distracting. He's apparently quite distracted himself, and he clears his throat before he speaks next. Yes, we should what? What are we doing? What should? Like, what, did I miss it? We should what? Just we should. Should what? I brush past him a little closer than necessary, and another shiver overtakes me as I feel his cold skin against my own. Okay, so the should that we should be doing is going to look at the murder. So that's good. Because I was like, should what? I head for the crime scene, hyper aware of him following close behind, knowing his gaze is burning into me. We stop at the charred patch of grass, Finn bending to pick up one of the bloody shards of the shattered gravestone. You know, this is a very good place to hit up vampires, you know, near this murder scene. It's fine, it's fine. He brings it to his nose and glances at me before he gives it a sniff like, I know you're a vampire, but stop it. He's apparently quite repulsed by whatever scent he's picked up, and he hands me the stone, wiping his hands off of his trousers. So I think that was all the sexy that we got from him. And this is just like, yeah, I could use your help part of it. Which is interesting, because with August, I was like, they are going to fuck on the desk. So
I suggest you keep that. That's not something I've experienced before, and I've smelled a lot of different things in my time. It seems off. If it's from a creature, it's certainly not one I've come across in my 600 years.
Appa is judging all of you. Appa is judging everyone. Appa thinks you all need church, so there's that. I throw him an accusatory glance before I turn my attention back to what he's handed to me. I put it in my pocket for safekeeping. Yep, seems like a good place to keep it. You can't pick up anything at all, so that means it isn't the victim's blood. He shakes his head. Definitely not his. Well, here goes nothing. I do exactly as I did last time, closing my eyes and concentrating, pouring all my energy into seeking out that lingering memory. It's just as I remember. Painful, loud, and I almost can't bear it as a deep, scared voice echoes in my mind. Leave while you still can. I feel a force pushing at me, but it's weak and nothing I can't handle, so I fight it and hold my ground. It's not hostile, but panicked. It's trying to tell me to go, to get out, to run. That just makes me want to stay all the more. I hear Finn say my name, but it's distance, almost as if I'm underwater. I want to help. Tell me how. Who did this to you? No help, just death. You can't stop them. I tried. I failed. The voice quickly disappears, and all I'm left with are more questions. I open my eyes to find Finn crouched before me, his eyes wide, concern etched on his handsome face. That was not the fucking time! That was not the time. Jesus.
Are you okay? What was that? I wasn't listening, I swear it, but I couldn't block it out. He was just so loud.
I exhale sharply, shaking my head and taking his hand as he offers it to help me stand. Alright. I fall against him and he catches me with fluid grace. It was the hunter. It must have been. What did you hear? He pauses, frowning and tightening his grip on me. It's fine. Nothing coherent, just noise, but it was intense. That's never happened before. What do you mean? I mean, I feel things, I hear things sometimes too, but I've never directly spoken to a spirit like that before. At least, that's what I think it was. I should go and find August. He seems reluctant to let me go, a stitch in his brow as he looks at me. Are you sure you're okay? I nod, regretting it immediately as a wave of dizziness overtakes me.
Got you.
Thanks. I wish I had ice cream, but not mint chocolate chip.
You need to go and seek out Ezra. He can help you. Trust me. He's good with weird shit like this.
Weird shit. Weird shit. I contemplate heading back to see August, but I suspect they wouldn't appreciate me disturbing them at this hour with a little more than a ghost story. You're right, I'll head for his shop immediately. Finn nods, still watching me and holding me close. Okay. Head straight there. Promise me? Do not place your hands on his chest. There's a lot of exposed skin there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that. I place my hands on his chest, and Finn holds my arms as I try to steady myself. I will. Thank you, Finn. What do you mean? I chase his touch as we break apart, his cool fingertips feeling so soothing against my skin. Stop it! Bonk! If you need me, don't hesitate to come find me. Ezra can tell you how to get to me. I swallow thickly, nodding and trying to shake myself free of this haze. I will, I swear it. He turns and heads for the forest, casting a final lingering glance at me over his shoulder before he disappears into the darkness. Can you come back? Now, I need to find Ezra, and fast. Oh my god. Come back! Alright, so that wasn't so horny. Just that first one was super horny. There's a full-on murder spree happening, and AIM's second place Apex Champ is just getting their horny back, literally. Yeah, we're still in horny jail, Dustin. Welcome back. But we're still there. I hurry to the shop, still unsteady on my feet, and my mind is reeling. What the hell is going on in this town besides me? Like, I walked into this town and just got, like, very horny, I guess? What's with the horny energy of this town, along with, like, the murder, but, you know. What is this town? I round the corner and see that the lantern outside the shop is dark. I didn't realize how late it had gotten, and I can only hope that he's home. I knock on the door and hear a loud crash, followed by quick footsteps. Hi. Hi! No! Why are you here? 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 Why? 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 The door creaks open slowly, and a face that definitely isn't Ezra appears. I am taken aback by the sight of Omen, his eyes wide as he stares at me. Are you supposed to be in there, Omen? He blinks, and a moment later he smiles, full of sheepish remorse. That answers my question, though it's difficult to even work up any annoyance if he's actually trespassing. Is he influencing me with his powers, or is his human face just that cute? Why am I so stupid? Like, it doesn't even matter if I choose the heart options, because everything that, like, comes out of my mouth is just stupid. Like, I should not be allowed to speak. Yes, interact with my tweet. Please. Everything that comes out. I can't. I can't. I also just saw your replies, Jack. What? Yes, I'm maybe kind of living here right now. What? Wait, when? Since when? Oh, really? He smiles shyly, his ears twitching, and he looks away for a moment. Where you posted, like, the clip. Is Ezra here? He shakes his head, opening the door a little more.
No, he went out. He said he wouldn't be long, but I don't know when he'll be back.
His eyes widen a little more as if he's remembered something. Sorry, would you like to come in? I contemplate rushing off to continue for my search for Ezra, but I would be stupid to miss a chance to find a little bit more about this curious demon. You, like, you need help! You need help. I can't. MC, you need help. I I'd love to, but just for a moment. I'm sure it will be more than a moment. There's a neat little pile of cushions arranged on the rug in the middle of the shop, and a handful of empty wrappers that I can assume were once filled with treats. Omen rushes to pick them up and scrunches them into a ball as if trying to rid of the evidence. His tail sways mindlessly as he sticks them in a small bin hidden behind the counter. He seems oddly at home here, so I assume he's telling the truth about staying here often. You look exhausted. Have you been busy today? I laugh quietly, rubbing my temple, my head continuing to thrum. Very busy, yeah. He nods, picking up a lightly glowing blue crystal that sits on one of the displays. He fiddles with it nervously. Can I ask you a few questions? Why are you blushing? Why are you blushing? We're just having a conversation, don't do this. Why are you blushing? I suppose yes. I might not be able to answer much though. Why? He grimaces.
I try to stay out of things around here. The humans don't like me very much.
Well, because you're a demon. His mouth twists into something that looks like he's trying and very much failing to be a smile. Something like that. Like, why does that make you blush? Explain. Like, hey, the people don't like you because you're a demon. You're just like, haha, yeah. Hello. I suppose that's fair. It's not every day you see a demon like him walking down the street even these days. He's well glamored, but he's still quite obviously inhuman. In a town like this, especially one so small, I imagine he's quite an unnerving presence. And that isn't even taking into consideration what the murders and unanswered mysteries might have done to the townsfolk's nerves. I'm hoping we'll be able to ask him both questions. I'm already a bad hunter, so like, why would I start being a good one now? Like, I'm led by the horny, not by the, like, desire to do a good job on this case. So, I don't know much about you. Where are you from, and how long have you been here in Lunaris? His eyes widen, his pupils dilating, and I see the slightest hint of crimson flickering in chestnut brown.
I've been here about 2 years. Time passes differently here for me, so it's hard to know for sure. You'd have to ask Ezra. He'd know.
I don't miss the way he so tactfully ignored my question about his origins, so I decided not to press him if he's giving me something. Yet. How did you meet Ezra? He lights up at that question.
I met him the day I arrived in Lunaris. He was the first person I saw, and he took me in without question when I was in need of shelter.
Ezra is very kind, isn't he? I got a codex thing. I'm just curious on what it is. I think this is a story about them? Like Omen and Ezra? Yep. Okay. Okay. I will return to that in the future. I'm curious. He nods enthusiastically. He is quite wonderful. Everyone thinks so. Well. He fidgets, dropping his gaze to his hands, fingers toying with the blue crystal again. The General August, they don't like him very much, and that makes Ezra sad. That makes me sad. I'm sorry for almost fucking August on the desk. I'm sorry. Do you know why? He shakes his head, biting his lip. No, I didn't want to ask, but Finn says they've known each other for a very long time.
Ezra has been very, very kind to me. I don't want to pry. Not about things that might hurt to say. Or to hear.
I nod slowly. It's hard to argue with that, I suppose. Okay, now I can ask about the murders. Do you know much about the recent murders? Omen passively looks out of the window, a sad look crossing his face. He looks so sad.
I know that the humans are upset, and that the ones who were killed were hunters. Ezra is tired all the time, and Finn visits him less. Alcar is... well, Alcar is distant.
He sighs, a knot forming between his brows.
Everything is so different lately. I don't like it.
His eyes light up as he turns to look at me.
But now you're here. A solution. A fresh start.
I'm kind of bad at my job. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of bad at it. So, you know, I'm kind of bad at it. Eventually, Omen shrugs. The wind changes, perhaps towards shore this time. And he smiles at me, full of optimism and faith. His trust is almost sweet, but I can't in good conscience lie to him. I hope so, Omen, but it might take me a little while, especially because I keep getting distracted by everyone in this town. I'm sorry. Right, yes, I understand that. He fidgets where he stands, his eyes flickering to the curtains that hide Ezra's living area. Can I show you something? Of course you can. One moment, and there he goes. He dashes through the curtain that separates the front of the shop with the back, reappearing within seconds, clutching a weathered notebook. Here, I keep notes on things I find interesting, mostly humans, but also Finn, Alcar, Ezra. He trails off, wistful.
I thought maybe this could help you. If you need to know stuff about certain people, I might have something here.
Thank you. This hunter sucks at their job. They need to find a murderer and they keep getting distracted by hot undead supernatural beings. Yeah, like... I'm bad at my job. I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna start being good at it now. Like, that would be stupid. It would be stupid to be good at my job now. Have you seen The Murderer? Also, what are you doing Friday night? I love that this is the heart option because it's like, this is totally something that I would do because I'm so self-centered. This is something that I would say. Be like, oh, is there anything about me? Because I love talking about me. So it's totally something I would say. Oh, I hate it. Everyone get out of the woodwork. We're going to horny jail again. You said you write about things that you find interesting.
That's right. Anything that intrigues me, I guess. Sometimes things I don't understand, so I can ask someone later. Human things, mostly.
I'm sorry you gotta be locked up again. I apologize. I smile, enamored. Because of course I am! He's so wonderfully curious. It's a nice break from the doom and gloom that the others I've spoken to have been emanating. Is there anything about me in there? He stutters, holding the book a little tighter. No. Freak. Maybe. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he shyly drops his gaze.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Tell me about it. What do you think? My smile grows exponentially, and Omen smiles in return. The color in his cheeks is almost matching his shirt. Yeah, he's always bright red. Like, this man's always blushing. I love that. I'm so nosy. What did you write about me? His tail sways back and forth enthusiastically, curling around his leg.
You're really putting me on the spot, huh?
Yeah, because I'm an asshole. As long as it's nice, I don't mind. Even if it's just mean, I don't mind. Like, I'm kind of weird, you know? I'm kind of a freak, so... I offer him a wink! Why are you winking? Why? Just be normal. Be normal. Be cool. Be cool.
Oh, it's very nice. Trust me.
I sigh dramatically. Watching it. What's up with me watching people watching me? I have a feeling there will be more notes in this book this evening. Fuck off. Well, I guess I'll have to trust you if you're not gonna show me. Never say never, Ames. Fuck off. I feel a sudden twang of pain in my temple again. The sensation is unpleasant and it burns because I'm back to the main plot. The game is like, no, don't be horny. Just, like, figure out who is murdering all these people. And I'm like, what if I was horny instead? Whatever. Ames, are you okay? No, this is just how I act when I'm flirting. It's fine. It's just a physically painful experience for me. Get back in my cell. Owen rushes to my side, the notebook forgotten upon the counter. He reaches for me, but he's hesitant. I can feel an impossible warmth radiating off his palm. But he withdraws his hand before he touches me. I'm fine, I really need to find Ezra. Do you have any idea where he could be?
I don't know for sure, but he usually goes to the market or the tavern. Maybe even the catacombs.
The catacombs? He nods, leaning closer.
Yes, that's where the vampires are.
He presses his finger to his lips, a human gesture that looks out of place, like he's been practicing it. He seems like the type.
I would try the tavern first, though. He did mention he needed a drink. He likes to drink a lot of wine after a busy day.
I like to drink a lot of wine, like, right now. Like, I'd like to be drinking wine right now. Thank you so much, Omen. I'd better hurry. I bid him a quick farewell and head back out into the darkness. Okay, why was only, like, the heart option with August the most, like, you know? Like, the rest of them have been, like, kind of tame. But, like, that one just, it wasn't. I push my way into the tavern, scanning every table for that shock of white hair, and much to my relief, I see the friendly face I'm looking for. He's noticed me already, his hand raised as he beckons me over to where he sits alone in a cozy spot in the corner. His smile is as bright and as wide as I remember, and I take a seat opposite him.
It's good to see you. I hope the town hasn't scared you off yet.
It's been a while since we talked to him. And I really like his voice. So, shut up, don't send me to horny jail. I'm normal. I'm so normal about media. I'm so normal. I raise an accusatory eyebrow at him, earning a laugh. Well, even if I was scared off, I can't really go anywhere, can I? Ezra smiles softly, but he seems restless. I suppose not, no.
What's that like? Being bound to do whatever you're told. By your duty.
My duty! Am I actually, like, I have to do things that I'm told? Oh my god. Oh. I don't know. You know what? I'll say it's lonely because then it would make sense for me to come here and just be like so horny, you know? Because like I'm not allowed to just like stay one place, like they tell me to go somewhere and I have to, so like that's why I'm just so horny because I'm so lonely. You know? That's the story I have in my head. I contemplate his question for a moment, wondering exactly how honest I should be. Well, it is quite lonely, especially when you're torn from your previous post and dropped into a weird town full of strangers. And murders, don't forget those. He winks, a sparkle in his eyes. And murders, yes. Please open your eye. This blink has been going on for too long.
I'm sorry you have to endure that. Loneliness is a terrible thing, but you shall be lonely no more. We've got you now. We're here for you.
What? I hate it here. He sits a little straighter, determined. We? He rolls his eyes playfully, with a hand placed over his heart.
You wound me. Yes, we. Myself and Finn and Piper and, well, maybe even August, if you're lucky.
August wanted to fuck me on the desk! I'm sitting up straight. People are yelling outside my window, bro, because they can hear me. But... I'm sitting up straight. I laugh as Ezra grimaces at that thought.
You have people here. Some might be undead or just plain stubborn, but you have us.
So I'm going to say right now that I really like this game. Because... what the fuck? It's nice to play a game where everyone is just nice to you, you know? I'm sure that will change later on, but it's nice when everyone's just nice to you, you know? Thank you, Ezra. That means a lot. MC is just crying right now. He shrugs it off, running his finger around the rim of his wine glass.
We've all been lonely at some point. Some of us will always be lonely, even surrounded by people. But if there's the smallest chance that you can quell that with some good company, then you should take it.
I love how he talks. I don't know why. I thought like maybe I only like really liked how he talked because he was like the first guy that you meet. But like, I can't deal with this. He looks up at me, and I wonder how such a human exists. He's kind, and possibly so, and I find it very hard to believe it could ever be an act. So, you have friends here, Ames. I'm going to cry in the club right now. The barmaid comes over and rolls her eyes, hand on her hip as she addresses me rather curtly because she hates me. Drink. I'll have what he's having. I thought about whiskey, but like, we shouldn't go that hard. Let's have some wine. I gesture at Ezra's half-empty wine glass, the dark liquid looking more than appealing. All of the same, please. She turns and wanders off with yet another roll of her eyes, and Ezra poorly stifles a laugh. Don't take it personally, that's Edna. She's notoriously, short. I grimace, and as she returns with my glass of wine, I nod politely. Thank you, Edna. Edna grunts, turning on her heel and throwing me a dismissive wave over her shoulder. Case in point. The wine tastes rich, and I eagerly savor the first sip. Are you okay? You seem tense. I was actually looking for you. I need to tell you something, but I need you to promise me you won't think I'm crazy.
You're talking to someone who lives in Lunaris. Try me.
I take a deep breath and edge closer, checking no one is listening. I visited the graveyard after I left the shop yesterday. It was yesterday? To see the crime scene. I tried to get a feel for what happened that night. Ezra leans in, his eyes wide. And? I didn't really get much other than an overwhelming sense of loss, which is, well, quite normal considering the circumstances. People tend to feel such emotions when they're dying. But tonight I went back, Finn was there too, and I felt something different. Different how, exactly? I huff a laugh knowing how ridiculous this sounds. I heard him, the hunter, the one who died. He spoke to me. Ezra's gaze darts around the tavern, and he sits back in his chair, running a hand through his hair. He wipes the look of shock off his face quickly, playing himself to rights. His voice is low when he speaks next, barely a whisper. You sure it was him? I nod. Positive. He told me to leave and that there's no hope in helping. Ezra leans forward again, pushing his wine glass aside, placing his hand upon the table. His fingers are visibly twitching. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble with all these people. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm in trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Horny jail, again, all of you, back into your cell. Going for it. Fuck off. I mirror his movement and place my hand upon the table beside his, shamelessly needing comfort and contact. Ezra doesn't hesitate to take it in his own, his skin warm and soft as he squeezes it tightly. Okay, here we go. It's going to be okay. We'll figure it out. It's going to be okay. We'll figure this out together. Shut the door, Dustin. I exhale sharply, feeling like I've been holding my breath ever since I left that graveyard. Thank you, Ezra. I don't know what I'd do without you, and I've only known you for a few days.
It's okay. I'm used to taking care of people. It's my thing, I suppose. Besides, you're delightful. It's not like it's a chore.
I can't deal with this guy. He softens his expression and starts trying gentle, soothing circles on the back of my hand with his thumb. I am so touch-starved. Don't look at me. I can't. Yo, you doing anything Friday night? His cheeks darken slightly and everything about him is impossibly enchanting. You're right. It is. I'm glad you're okay, Ames. I don't think I'm okay, but thanks. I'm here. No! I'm here for you always. You just met me. And here is a touch-starved fool, literally. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just stay calm. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're all just so normal about video games. We're just so normal. Ezra, I do not know what your last name is. I have feelings for you. Just say it. And with that, I have to go to sleep. Got work in the morning. I hope the rest of the stream goes well and less thirsty, I guess. How dare you wish for it to be less thirsty, but good night. I hope work isn't stupid tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out, Mark. It was nice to see you. Ezra needs a command. Fine, more thirsty. I'll thirst. Thank you. Yes, I will hydrate. Good night. Good night. I'm more grateful than you'll ever know for that. I think my ears are ringing. This game has done something. Another squeeze of my hand and we part reluctantly. Can you come back? Because I need more of that. I'm lonely. And I know you'll hear from the other people that I also flirted with them as well. But I swear. I swear. Jack, don't fall asleep at your desk. I'll be done soon. But this game, I can't. I am in love with you. So, what now? He curls his fingers around the stem of his glass and sighs deeply.
I don't even know how to unpack this, but I do know that you need to rest. How's your head feeling?
What now, indeed? I sigh, pushing my wine aside. Still hurting. Ezra fishes around in the pouch that's attached to his belt, retrieving a small vial full of what looks like a strange herb or flower. Here, crush this into some boiling water, and it should help with the headache. It's just some feverfew and butterbur. Completely natural, I promise. The wine never helps. Yeah, wine gives you a headache, but, you know, shut up. Sometimes you gotta drink wine and hold the cute boy's hand. Oh boy. I take the vial and tuck it safely into my pocket. Do you have a pharmacy in there? Don't come back. He laughs softly, shaking his head. What kind of witch would I be if I didn't carry around a cure for a migraine? I should head back to the shop. I left Omen unattended with the kitchen cupboard unlocked. He'll, leave me out of house and home. That's a weird way to phrase that, not gonna lie. Oh, I see. I did check there before I came here. He'd gotten into the suites. Shit. And that's definitely my cue to leave.
Whatever you experience today will still have happened tomorrow. I know what you hunters are like. No matter how scary August is, your report can wait until tomorrow.
I smile up at him as he stands to leave. I promise I'm drained. I need my bed more than ever right now. Plus, I need to decide how to put all this into words. This has changed everything for me, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid it did. He sighs deeply, resting a hand upon my shoulder.
Be mindful of who you share this information with, okay? There are eyes and ears everywhere.
Good night, Ames. Good night, Ezra. I stare out the window, and I spot the first snowflakes falling from a star-dusted sky. Winter has arrived in Linares. You have no idea what just happened. Oh my god. Well, I'll be highlighting this stream, and also hopefully editing it and putting it on YouTube, so... My headache is persistent as I lay in bed, but nothing can possibly stop me from falling asleep after the day I've had. I finish the tea I made with the flowers Ezra gave me, hoping that it begins to take effect. I close my eyes, but just before I drift off, a distant whisper, please, I need peace, I need peace, I need to go to bed, let me go to sleep. No! My name was James.